I went live because I didn't want the audience to miss all the Suicide Squad talk you were doing, but now you probably won't talk. Oh, for all of you here waiting in the chat, it will start soon. Please. Oh, nice, PJ. Thanks.
No, that was a joke because there was nobody there.
This is the first time we're live, and
Hey, can you
Marcelo's
hear
come
me?
on late. You're late,
No, you
Marcelo.
can't hear me.
How do you feel about that?
That's lovely.
Father's on his way too. He just needs to drop a deuce. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, TMI.
TMI. That was me.
It's not a great way to start your show.
Yeah.
Talking about bowel movements.
Oh.
There's actually Yo, Marcelo, what's up, bro?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
hear him.
sorry.
What's he say? What'd he say?
Can you Can you hear us?
Yeah, you sound fine. How am I?
You're on.
How am I
Starfleet
level?
Boy, you're on mute. Now I
Oh.
can hear Marcelo.
Wait, am I on mute? You're just
Yeah,
making that up. I'm not on mute. PJ's
I can hear Ruben just fine though.
I like that he's the Martian probe now, by the way. So Father's gonna come on and we're gonna talk about Flula Borg's Javelin all night.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means something else than what we think it means. Like, is javelin
Yeah.
is weapon, or you mean it like you're like
It's a
him
weapon.
or something?
What? His what?
Do you like Flula Borg?
I love Flula. Not like, I love Flula. Is it Flula or Flula? Flula. Flula.
I don't know.
All
I
I
didn't
know
notice
is
that he has an accent.
do you know who Flula Borg is, Marcelo?
I have no idea who that is.
Oh wow. Well, he's Javelin in the. Did you see
Oh.
Suicide Squad? The James
Well,
Gunn
if
one?
you're going to be talking about Suicide Squad, you should probably put up a caption saying like
Yeah.
spoilers,
yeah.
bro.
Well, yeah.
Spoilers,
I
brah.
I stayed up until 3 a.m. in the morning, so I haven't got that much sleep in the past couple of days. So.
Oh, but
Or
you did watch
yeah.
Suicide Squad, James Gunn, right?
Of course I did. That's why I stayed up
Nice.
until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Spoilers for Suicide Squad.
No. The Suicide Squad.
Oh, thank you. The
Because the Suicide Squad is from 2016.
the one James Gunn. Is it 2 N's for James Gunn?
I think it's 1 in.
Is it
It's 4.
4 N's?
No, it's not 4.
It's
Oh.
Gun.
All right, there we go. Oh wait, I want this to scroll.
God, fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks. There we go. Scrolling. Did it. Done.
Yeah.
Ooh, you hear that? That's very ASMR.
Yeah. For all our ASMR audience.
Oh wow. Hey, what's up? We got some comments here. What do we have here? Oh, hi guys. Hey, Blue.
Hi, I'm not late. You fucked me. You fucked me over again. I'm not late. Just I want to make that clear, Blue.
Blue knows. Blue's fine with it. Before we get into Suicide that bitch squad, I'm gonna go tweet. Wow, I had a drink on text track, guys. Sorry, but I'm gonna go tweet the tweet. So, could you guys make it show just for a second? This time
course.
PJ's in charge.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Marcelo, you're in charge. Go for it.
Thanks.
You just promoted me and demoted me in the span of in just one
Hey,
sentence.
Father, how are you?
You're like Mariner. Okay.
I was waiting for that bastard to leave.
He always
Yeah.
just he starts the show and then he's like, "You guys did
Bye.
it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
don't-
just. I want to create all this content, but I want to.
I don't know,
do
Ruben. Do
anything,
you
so let me
realize
just
you've been
offload it
talking
onto
a lot, Ruben? You've been talking a lot, but we can't hear anything you've been saying, right? We've tried to tell you you're on mute, but you didn't hear us.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Were you playing a joke? Were you playing along, or were you actually?
No,
saying
no,
stuff?
I actually didn't know I was on mute.
No, but
Well, you had some
how-
really good points, as far as I could
Yeah.
tell from
Thanks,
your
thanks,
lips.
man. I thought I made a few good ones.
Yeah. But do I sound okay? Because you guys have been giving me some complaints the last couple of weeks that my microphone levels kept flim-flamming. So I finally learned how to use the game button on this fucking thing. So hopefully I sound okay and I don't drift out at some point in the evening.
Is Marcelo talking? I'm joking. I'm joking. I can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I know. I love your sense of humor. It's so unique and so quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unique and quaint. Yeah. So, well, I kind of want to bring something up, but I don't know if I
No,
want
we can't bring things up on this show. It's forbidden.
We only hold things down. We never bring them back up.
We should only sit here in silence and ruminate on our past
Are we
mistakes.
gonna start talking about Suicide Squad without Starfleet Boy?
Well, there is something that I really wanted to say without Starfleet Boy, but I feel like if I start talking about this, he's going to know exactly what I'm talking about, and he's going to throw the mute on me. But I'm just going to go ahead and try to get this out there. All y'all need to know about Starfleet Boy.
to. You did it! Oh my god, he did it!
Does he know he's on mute?
I don't know. But
Oh, it's a joke. It means nothing. It's not. He's doing miming.
Fathery did that.
He's
I didn't
miming
mute
now.
Fathery, just FYI.
okay, you did.
This is the Suicide Squad takeover of Starfleet. Fathery's still going on.
He's going full George Costanza. Oh my
Wait, I
God.
gotta get him on full screen here. Look, this is unprecedented. We've never
Father's
seen
getting
this.
upset.
I can't even unmute you, Father. It doesn't let me unmute you when you mute yourself.
Sorry, I
That's
just
so
need to get that
funny.
off my chest.
Is your dog in the corner?
Water. It's all water under the bridge now.
Is your dog in the corner just staring at you like, what the fuck just happened?
No, he's upstairs.
Okay, that's
asleep
good.
with his mom.
Okay.
Hey, PE, what's up? All right, Suicide Squad.
Then no, we're
Suicide
not talking
Squad.
about. We're not
The-
talking about the 2016 version.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that
I'm
one.
just excited
Get it
that
right.
we're gonna be talking about a movie that Ruben liked.
That's because it didn't have a woke agenda. Right, Ruben?
I give it a 4.5 or a 5. Yeah.
Oh,
Out
that's
of-
great.
Out of 15.
Out of
Wonderful.
15, yeah.
That's wonderful.
No, it was good. It was good. I mean, I only watched it because of James Gunn, so he did not disappoint me. He knows how to tell a story, and he knows how to control a lot of characters, and he does it well. John Cena is oddly shaped to me. That was one of my takeaways.
Do you mean his soccer ball balls?
He's just like an oddly shaped person. He looks like some weird action figure. But yeah, his balls are strange too.
John Cena was probably the worst. You know, he wasn't all that in the movie. He was kind of was all of the jokes with him fell flat. Idris Elba I really liked.
I like the whole Iron Man-y blood sport was cool with his little kind of makeshift suit gadget thing. That was neat.
I like that part
That's
where he's
cool
like,
visual.
"You threatened my daughter."
Yeah, he was he was a cool POV character because he's kind of a, even though he's like this world-class assassin and he's like this deadbeat dad, he's kind of like a normal guy compared to the rest of these characters. Like when they're having that mission briefing and he like turns to Polka Dot Man, he's like, "Oh man, like can you believe all of this? Can you get a load of like all these clowns? You know, like we're gonna die on this mission." And he was like, "I hope we all die." And then Idris, he's just like, "Jesus fucking Christ!" Like he's just like surrounded by like lunatics.
So why do I know Bloodsport? They mentioned in the movie that he was the only person that caused Superman to go into
Bloodshot.
the IC. Bloodshot. What do I call him? Bloodsport? Bloodshot.
No,
Yeah.
he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet. so
That's from
why
the
he's-
comics? That's
why
like a
he's-
thing?
Who cares?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He did fight Superman a few times, but
I
it's
know Batman
it's-
shot
it's-
Superman
it's
with a kryptonite bullet.
blood sport.
I shot
blood,
Superman because he threatened my daughter.
Bloodshot
probably
is
did.
a Valiant character, didn't they? Didn't
Yeah,
they just make that into
Bloodshot
a movie
is
with
Vin
with
Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought that this movie was just a whole bunch of fucking fun from start to finish. I particularly liked the emotional weight that James Gunn put he gave each character emotional weight so you can actually care about everything that's actually happening to them. But the one thing that I love the most about this movie is that James Gunn decided to try a different tact with Harley Quinn. He really muted her craziness. I mean, she's still crazy, but she's sort of muted and a little bit more calm. So she's calm, crazy.
This
if that
was
makes
my
any sense.
introduction to all of these characters. Like, I've never seen any of the other Suicide Squad stuff or Birds of Prey either.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it with
I loved
Father.
Harley in this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, but would
it's cool. It kind of builds off of the They take that character in a certain direction in the Birds of Prey movie, and this actually kind of like built on top of that, kind of like continued that arc.
Right. You know, but I think it was like, I don't know, it was like Harley in this movie, she was more okay with her psychopathy, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm bringing, if I was seeing things that weren't.
Well, as a
injected by
paranoid
James Gunn.
schizophrenic, I can confirm that she definitely she's self-aware. She knows she's crazy, even to the
Right.
point when she shoots that guy, and she's like,
Right.
"You know what? I promised myself if I ever got involved with another guy, if there was a red flag, I would kill him." And it's
Right,
like,
yeah.
you know, you not being okay with killing kids, that's a red flag. You
Yeah,
think she has some plan, right? But she doesn't.
No.
Sorry, PJ. Can I just ask, was that a joke, or are you actually diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic?
Did I say that?
You did.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay, it was
That
a
was-
joke. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember saying that.
Okay.
Where am I?
Of course, a paranoid schizophrenic would say that.
You would be welcome here. I have a friend who is actually diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic. He doesn't act like Harley Quinn, but he does take medication, so maybe that's
Don't
the reason
talk
why.
about me on the air.
Sorry.
I don't mean to make light of paranoid schizophrenia, but I'm just as fucked up as any of them bastards.
So,
man.
guys,
No,
there's a TV series in 2022 that James Gunn is directing called Peacemaker with this character that John Cena.
Did y'all
is-
watch the after credits scene?
Yes, I
I did.
did.
Did
I
you
saw
put it
that.
off
yeah.
early?
No, I saw
did.
it.
And I
I
want.
sat in the theater and waited for that.
Who hates the sight of John Cena? Like his face, just his
I like him
presence
because of
is-
Fred. He's Fred's imaginary dad.
Who
Do
are
you guys know
talking
who
about?
Do you guys don't know who Fred is?
No.
Oh, hold on. Let me do something real quick. I gotta put myself down here.
I
So
mean, could you be a little bit more specific?
yeah, I'll show you guys
know-
Fred. And
I know
I'll show
Fred
you guys.
Flintstone.
I know
Oh
Clark,
shit! We
I know
actually have
Freddy
geek.
Krueger.
We have
You know
geek
what's-
in review here. Hold on.
Hey
Hold on. I
guys,
gotta
how's it
go-
going?
What up? And you sound great.
Hey.
Your mic.
Hey,
thing
geek,
upgraded.
geek.
Nice.
Do you know Fred? Do you know
Do
Fred?
you know who Fred
Yeah.
is?
Fred?
John
No.
Cena was his dad on the Fred show.
Never heard of it.
The Suicide Squad reminded me a lot of the Doom Patrol TV show. It was lighthearted, second-tier DC superhero team that doesn't take itself too serious. I'm gonna pull up seriously.
Very
I'm gonna
good
pull
show.
up Fred while you guys talk about that
Copy.
comment.
Right back.
I'm a big fan of Doom Patrol. I endorse that
yeah,
show.
I love the Doom Patrol. My favorite character on the Doom Patrol is Larry, the invisible guy who can project his aura outside of his body. I think that guy is awesome.
And it's very weird. Doom Patrol is like 10 times weirder than the Suicide Squad.
Oh, interesting.
It is the weirdest. That's kind of like their idea in the comics. Is they're supposed to be like the weirdest superhero team. They handle the cases that are too weird for the Justice League or the Suicide Squad or whatever.
Or dubious, like they might not want to be involved.
That's the
With-
Suicide Squad territory. They handle the dubious.
Yeah.
No, but when Father says the Doom Patrol is weird, he's really weird because there is a talking cockroach in season 1 of the Doom Patrol.
Remember the
So-
donkey? Remember the donkey
Oh,
in the
yeah,
first
oh,
episode?
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Oh my
Like
god,
that
the donkey.
that first episode shows you right off the bat how bonkers that show is gonna get.
Yeah.
and it'll either make or break you. You're either like, oh my god, I have to continue this, or oh my god, I can't handle it.
I watched the first episode of Doom Patrol and I said nope. Just like that. Was not for me. I watched another one too with what's the other one? It's not Doom
Titans?
Patrol, but no, it's the other one.
Stargirl?
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy.
I watched 2 episodes of that and I was out.
Umbrella Academy's really, really good. It pays off,
Yeah, I
man.
love it.
I don't know, I'm very picky about superhero shows now. There's so fucking many of them.
Blue Sparrow says this is super gay. What is that? Yes, it is actually super gay. Like it is actually.
Don't you know where you
Have we
are?
spoke about John Cena's tighty whities yet, or?
Yeah, we kind of briefly mentioned that he has soccer ball balls.
What does
What
that
does that
mean?
mean?
Like his
I've never
balls
heard
are
that term
gigantic
before.
compared to his Topanga.
Okay.
Topanga's a
you-
city in California.
They
It's
do
also penis.
they do a couple of close-ups there. I don't agree that his balls are abnormally large. They're pretty normal for a guy's
Oh, yeah?
size.
Really? My balls
I'm
are
pretty.
not that big.
I mean, oh, you must have tiny balls then. I'm sorry.
I might have tiny balls. But anyways, here's John Cena with Lucas Crookshank, who played Fred, who was like one of the most popular YouTube.
Oh
it
my
was
god,
one
I want to commit suicide listening to this crap. Fred from YouTube.
You don't know Fred? You guys don't know Fred?
I'm aware.
who-
that's
who
why.
the
That's
hell
why
is
I'm so
Fred?
depressed right now.
Yeah, I know
was,
who he
like,
is
the
now. I've
best
seen the
thing
picture.
that I thought Fred was so unique, and Lucas Crookshank's pretty cool too. Anyways, shout out to Lucas Crookshank. Anyways, but I love that his dad was this guy John Cena, who I had no idea who he was, but he was like some wrestler, and I love that there was a homosexual daddy son subtext going on.
Interesting.
There,
I think
yeah.
I've only like I know who John Cena is, but I never watched him wrestle. Like I stopped watching wrestling before he was a thing. But I think I've only actually seen him in one other movie that I can think of, and that was actually Bumblebee, the Transformers movie.
That's supposed to be really good, is it not?
That kid that was
it's
with
the
him.
only good live action Transformers movie.
That kid that was with him. He's the guy with the really high voice, right?
When
Yeah.
John Cena was
Squeaky
still in
voice?
WWE,
Fred! Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah.
the-
that's
the
that's why I
WWE
hate him.
the
He
WWE was
sucks.
in Miami once, and
Who?
the WWE when John Cena was still there, it was in Miami once. You know, like they were touring, whatever.
Yeah.
And John Cena paid me $250 to have sex with him, and I just want to say that his balls are beautiful.
I don't believe any of that except the beautiful balls part.
Good, that's the only part that mattered. That's
But I thought he was really good as Peacemaker. I thought
Peacemaker.
that character worked.
What age would you say is appropriate? Like, how low would you go? Would you go under 14?
excuse me.
Under 18?
I mean,
Like,
in
who sh-
Texas, 17 is like anything under than that is illegal. So,
Yeah,
I think
it's 14A in Canada, therefore
Oh,
children.
he's talking
are
about this movie.
Oh,
No.
he's talking
Oh my
about
gosh.
this movie, okay.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
I was like,
where did we
what?
go here?
The
What's
age of
going
consent.
on?
What the fuck? What?
Well, what are we doing?
We're talking about Suicide Squad, aren't we?
yes.
We're talking about the Suicide Squad.
The
I would-
Suicide Squad.
I think a 15-year-old,
saying in-
15-year-old with
in America, it's
parent.
rated R. In America, it's rated R, right?
Yeah.
So who's not allowed to go see that?
Anyone
Oh,
under the age of 15, I think.
Okay.
No, it's under 17 and up can go to rated R.
Yeah, 17 and up.
It's a 15 in the UK.
Oh, okay.
And it's 14
Which-
here.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of weird
little-
that you can see
little-
long.
Little kids are going to see this and probably like getting sick and stuff watching this stuff. That
A 14-year-old's not a little kid, but yeah, a tween. Tweens are going to see this.
I'm not talking about 14. I'm talking about children. Like
What?
parents are allowed to take. It's 14A. A parent is allowed to take a child in.
Oh,
there, right?
like parental guide, LPG. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like anyone under the age of 17 has to go with a parent. I get it. Yeah, I see. What you're
anyone under the age of 14 has to go with a parent. Yeah,
saying. I see. Wow, that's crazy.
I don't. I would let kids watch this movie, but I
that's
also,
fucked.
Like, I
It's
don't-
too.
I don't care
It's
what
too
kids
gruesome.
watch.
It's like a trauma film.
I-
It really is it's the first big
I
budget
actually
trauma
think
film.
the violence for
TJ,
me.
how old were you when you watched your first trauma film?
Jesus, it had to be like 1991, around the time the Toxic Crusaders came out on TV.
Wow.
That's
So
awesome.
how old
I-
were you?
I don't know.
In 91, he would have been
6
like,
or 7. But anyway,
Yeah, then you
I
turned
saw
out
it,
fine.
I saw the Toxic Avenger in the video store. And I was like, "Oh, that's the cartoon. I didn't know there was a movie. I gotta get it." And Mom was like, "Okay." She didn't know any different because she thought it was like a kiddie movie.
I saw the Nightmare on
I'm,
Elm Street films.
I'm watching it on a Saturday afternoon in broad daylight. My mom's cleaning the house. I have the Toxic Avenger on. It gets to that scene where he like puts the naked girl on the hot rocks or something. And she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I had to like sneak later and watch the rest of it. She wouldn't.
I'm
let-
not
it's-
sure.
It was a vulgar movie, man. They run over some little kid's head in that.
I was gonna say, PJ, for me, the violence was very hyper real. So I can see how some kids, if they're with their parents, might not even notice it like as violence. It seems very similar to video games, like in a sense, like it.
You
didn't-
mean what? Say that again, sorry. You think
Not
the,
like
the
notice
parents
it in-
wouldn't notice the violence going
No,
on?
no,
right in
no.
front
They
of them?
wouldn't
It's-
notice it in the same way that like it doesn't seem realistic. Like that's, I guess, what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
is, like,
god! It's some of it's very gory and realistic.
no, I disagree. The
The world is not really. The world is absurd and fucking off the wall.
But even,
like the
like-
violence is very gritty. There's one part where a guy's head is severed and he looks around. That's very trauma-ish. Where
And
like
that's unrealistic. That
somebody's
wouldn't
head.
happen in real
Exactly.
life.
That's the one part where it's very cartoony.
No, but
It's
what
like-
about the flowers? The flowers coming out of everywhere, like when she's cutting every. That was beautiful, by the way.
That was
Reminded me of
amazing
synesthesia.
That
But
was
it's like-
Well, that was great the way
That-
like she sees what's going on. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
beautiful to her.
she's
There's an action
just
scene like
incredible.
that in Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
oh, okay.
Yeah. You got to
I
realize
really like the Birds of Prey.
I
Harley
do too.
Quinn-
I love it.
Harley Quinn became insane and got fucked up because she was electroshocked over and over again by the Joker, right? In this movie, she's tortured for a good long time, and then she rises up again over the dude.
That was a
like,
great scene,
Breaks
too,
his
yeah.
neck, and then when she goes on a rampage, it's almost like a beautiful thing where she's wired. She's totally fucked in the head at this point, and she's just like effortlessly just murdering these fuckers. And I love the choice of the flowers and stuff because it would have looked not as appealing if it was just blood everywhere. So you're seeing it from her like twisted fucking point of view, and I love that. That was the best Harley moment in any movie.
Her whole like escape when she like kind of effortlessly like strangled that dude and snapped his neck and then took the keys and then got herself out. This is the third movie of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. And I don't know, like, if it's appropriate to say this or not, or if I'm like objectifying her, but like the way that like James Gunn like shot that character, it never felt exploitive, but it was still like it was the sexiest presentation of that character out of all three of the movies, in my opinion.
I am glad that this was my introduction to Harley Quinn because I thought she's amazing. In fact, one of my critiques for the film is like I wanted more Harley Quinn.
Ooh, if you want more Harley Quinn, not only should you watch Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, but check out the animated Harley Quinn show on HBO Max. It is
I will
so
check
much
that
more
out.
better
It's
than
really
I thought
good,
it was
yeah.
gonna be. It is very, 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 very good.
By the way, we're unceremonious welcome geek and review. PE says apparently James Gunn got his idea for the Peacemaker show while he was making the Suicide Squad, so you can probably view this show as being a sequel to the movie. PJ, you couldn't tolerate John Cena as Peacemaker, or you?
James Gunn does a great job casting him because I think, and I don't know for a fact, but I think James Gunn knows that there's a douchebaggery about John Cena himself that I was waiting for him to turn, and I didn't really like predict it in my head. I'm just like, yes, I can see this guy just fucking shit up, like
You
sabotaging.
want to
it
root
somehow.
against him.
I wanted to root against him, and then I got that chance, and I was like,
So it was satisfying.
fuck, man. But it was satisfying in the way that this character that I thought was despicable. It's not necessarily John Cena. It's more like the character itself and the way he's presented. He's just always trying to get a laugh, and it's not working. But Idris Elba's bickering between him and Idris Elba was kind of funny. But then when he fucking he dies, or he supposedly dies, you think, oh, okay, I guess his show is going to be a prequel, right? But I hated I didn't hate it, but I thought it was very effective. The fight between him and Rick Flag was one of the best moments of the film. And when Rick Flag died, it was the first time one of the members of the Suicide Squad died, and I was like, oh no. It was like I think it's the first time I didn't really feel for any other people's death, like Boomerang, who gives a fuck.
I was
Everybody
That
else who gives a
began-
fuck.
I was sad for Captain Boomerang.
The beginning tripped me out because I thought they were like going into it, never having seen any of the other Suicide Squads and recognizing Harley Quinn, and also Flag. I thought they were this. I was like, oh, this is the movie, and then it's like it blew my. I was so excited about Flula Borg that I paused the movie and I tweeted, "Holy shit! All you have to tell me is that Flula Borg is in this movie," and I would have watched it. And so then I started watching the movie again after I tweeted that, and I'm like, oh, I just tweeted this thing about a guy who's only in it like for 5 minutes, and so
I was just glad that the weasel survived.
what's that?
That was the
I
one.
was just glad
Yeah,
that
it
the
was
weasel
crazy. It
survived.
was nuts. But that
That
whole
was the craziest.
Go ahead. Sorry,
weasel
I was just
survived.
gonna say that it tripped me out. It was like I was like, I can't believe this is how this movie begins.
That was the
Amanda
ugliest
Waller-
thing I've ever seen.
I never understood the decision to send Rick Flag on the cannon fodder team. You know, the team that was surely probably going to die, but distract the forces long enough to give the real team the advantage, right?
Yeah,
I thought like
that
Rick
was a
Flag was
mistake.
he's more valuable to her than, but because she wants to go and rescue him later, right? She could have just blew his head up if she thought he was captured, but she actually wanted to go and
No, well,
rescue him.
I guess you figured she had a
doesn't
better
have an
version of
explosive
him
charge in
in,
his head.
in Idris Elba.
and yeah.
Geek, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I think that one of my main criticisms, it's not even a big one, is killing Javelin, because Harley and Javelin were phenomenal. That's the love story that we
good.
want. Yeah.
Flula Borg, man, like Evan Flula. I didn't recognize him immediately. As soon as he started talking, I was like, "Is that Flula Borg?" That there's only one
Who is
person who
Flula
talks.
Borg? Like, who
He's
even
like
is that?
he's like German.
You'll go down
He's
a
like-
YouTube hole.
Who the fuck is that?
Conan made him famous. Conan O'Brien
Yeah,
made him
Conan.
He
famous.
didn't make
Yeah.
him famous. I've never heard of this dude.
No, he
I spent
100%.
all of last night watching
He's not
Flula videos.
He's not famous in your circles, but he is famous.
Wow, he's
What
super
is he
famous.
famous for?
For being German, basically.
For being a
It's like-
funny, a goofy German guy, and that's pretty much
There's like
it.
10 million German people. Like that's a
But he's
No,
big
goofy. He's
country.
goofy.
There's only one Flula Borg.
He's
Can-
the
Are we
best.
allowed to show a Flula? Do you think we can show a Flula thing?
There's a
Not
very
to
brief
allow it.
interview with him for, like, I think it's Stars or something. It's
No,
like a
but can I
minute and a
show
half.
like Flula playing drums naked, or Flula
What?
like and Conan naked in the sunbathing park in Germany? Like,
You can't
do you
show
guys
clips from the Conan show because TBS will copy
copy
you know.
me, copy
Oh,
that.
and can I just say as well, I seen the Suicide Squad 6 days ago, so I've had to not talk about it and not tell anyone about the opening scene, which was quite difficult.
Viola, I'm not
Viola
even
Davis.
joking, man. She should. I would not be surprised if the Academy Awards roll around like Viola Davis nominated for fucking the Suicide Squad, because she's so fucking ruthless and badass in it, man. Steve Agee, or Agee, he plays the shark, but Sylvester Stallone does the voice. But he's also the dude in The Office, the big dude with the glasses who's concerned about.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Amanda
right.
Waller killing the kids. And man, that whole
That's
really
Batman.
all of those characters are just in that one place, and they pretty much never leave. And all of the scenes there are just fucking awesome. Like that team, the way it works, and how fucking crazy she is. Like when he doesn't turn back, and she's like, "Turn back!" She's screaming and yelling. I'm like, she's almost like a different Amanda Waller from the last film.
I
And
thought
you can
this,
really kind of look at this as a soft reboot, as they say.
I thought this guy Savant. Oh, Blue says the same thing. I totally thought that was gonna be the main character. I thought Savant was gonna be like a big deal. This guy, like, they really tripped me out. That was such
Yeah.
a cool beginning. It was like insane.
Well, that's how most Suicide Squad stories begin. If you watch the comics or watch any like the animated movies of the Suicide Squad, like there's always like some expendable people on the team who die pretty early on. Or a lot of times, like Amanda Waller will kill someone early on, and they even did that in the 2016 movie. If I can spoil some of that, I know Sohel said he hasn't seen
Yeah.
it yet, but
Spoil
Who
away,
cares?
spoil away. It's my fault I haven't seen it yet.
There's a well, you might be able to pick them out when you see them, but yeah, they introduce a team of characters in that movie, and then you have one of them who's kind of a dumbass, and then Amanda Waller blows his head off pretty quick.
There's always cannon
She's
fodder
such a
in
bitch.
these Suicide movies.
What were you gonna say, Marcel? What were you saying?
Cannon fodder in the Suicide Squad movies.
See, I didn't
yeah.
know that. That's so. I'm glad they stuck with some of these tropes because I guess it's cool because you're kind of expecting that. And now when I watch Suicide Squad, I guess that happens in it, right? Is that similar kind of setup?
Uh,
No.
That movie in
Not as well
2016
executed.
Yeah, that movie in
No.
2016 is not very good. I guess there might be a few fun moments in it. Like a lot of people hated on it because of like Jared Leto's Joker, and the plot is like really dumb. Like the Suicide Squad kind of creates their own problem that they later have to like go in and solve. Will Smith makes some strange acting choices in that movie. It's kind of ridiculous how it's like constantly plays like a bunch of different songs. Like it's trying to be a bunch of music videos, and they're all songs that would have been like more relevant like 20 years ago.
Speaking
this
of
is the
music,
movie.
yeah, James Gunn is a genius with like
Yeah.
music and yeah.
This
It's
was about to
super
say-
cool.
This is the movie that 2016 Suicide Squad wanted to be. Like it was trying to be this, and it didn't quite. It wasn't able to do so. It stumbled and failed, and then like James Gunn picks up the slack, and he's like, "Okay, this is what you were trying to do. I'm going to do it right now."
What do you
But that
think,
movie was a
Ruben?
reaction to it was a reaction to Guardians of the Galaxy. in a lot of
2016
ways.
version.
Release the
I
air
agree-
cut.
I agree with Valerie with the added bonus that the 2016 version was trying to do some sort of weird emulation.
that
of
that
Zack
film was
Snyder.
mutilated by the studio. They took two different cuts of
Yeah.
a film and melded them together in some
was weird.
Frankensteinian bullshit fucking movie.
Frankenstein.
There was supposed to be a bit more Batman stuff, and there was supposed to be a hell of a lot more Joker stuff. And people are annoyed by his version of the Joker, but I'm like, the more I've seen it, the more I'm like, it's weird enough. Don't full screen me, motherfucker. Don't do that.
Geek's like, you can full screen me.
Like PJ, you should talk while Geek and Review is full screen, and then we can see Geek and Review's reaction. to PJ.
Okay, that's good.
Let's do that. Okay, PJ, continue.
I was missing Google Hangouts and I was trying to be Google Hangouts. So carry on, PJ. Go on. Go on.
I like this format better.
All right, fine.
We always look like the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
So here's the story. No.
Are you the Alice?
Who the fuck is Alice?
You're in the middle.
Made.
Tell me about that guy Savant. What do you get? Like, what's his deal? Is he a new character?
No, he's from the comics. He's a sort of, I think he's like, he was an ex-athlete or millionaire and he wanted to be a superhero and it just didn't work out, essentially, from what I remember. Which is the story of all the Suicide Squad, I think.
Nathan
they've
Fillion with his slappy arms was fucking like crazy.
Oh,
I
the
was
guy
just-
whose
who
arms
the hell is
separated?
that?
That guy, like, that guy was...
TDK.
The detachable kid.
Yeah, I had never ever heard of that before. But that was
Isn't TDK like a brand of, like, tapes? Like, it's like for
Yeah.
I think it was VHS tapes, yeah.
VHF? Yeah, it's like...
that was so funny when he's drinking Mr. Pibb. Like he drinks the off-brand Dr. Pepper.
Mr. Pitt.
I didn't even recognize him as Nathan Fillion when I was watching this.
I didn't either.
but-
I honestly did not
Yeah,
either.
I was like, okay, these are some deep cut characters. I'm
that-
pretty well versed in comics, but who the hell is this dude?
That
I've never heard of him.
that picture is censored a little bit. His arms have a little bit of anatomy sticking out like a bone.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
or
thi-
like
I
I
think-
thought
Oh,
he was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
yeah. You're right. That's true. Or I thought it was like an action figure, like you know how they have like little whatever
Yeah.
the parts. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no what's the other guy's name? Polka Dot Man. Is that his name? Polka Dot Man.
Mhm.
I didn't expect that they would explain his thing so well, and I would buy into it.
The mom.
His power was so cool. Like, imagine that up against Superman or something, it'd be phenomenal.
And he doesn't. You don't see it too often, but when he does use his stuff to dissolve people, it's pretty fucked up.
It is.
It's like he just melts people.
Yeah,
But-
it's like some weird like
I li-
cosmic energy or some shit.
And the whole joke about him seeing his mother, they do that 3 or 4 times, and it never gets old.
It does not get old.
Yeah.
When
It was a rule of
she's
three.
Starro, like the giant Starro. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Is Javelin a character from the comics? Do you guys know that character? Because it looks
Yes,
like
he is a
yes.
character from the comics.
There's a comic drawing of him right there.
Yeah. I love that the suit's basically accurate to the comic version.
Yeah, a lot of the visuals are pretty accurate. They changed some of the details, but the visuals were pretty accurate for the most part. Oh well, I guess that's not true, not for everyone, because like Bloodsport looks different than I've ever
Yeah,
seen
I've
him
never
look.
seen Bloodsport like that either. But it looked cool.
There are 2
Yeah,
scenes
definitely
that
did.
He had like a little
There-
skeleton mouth thing.
there's one scene where they kill the rebels, not knowing that they weren't really supposed to kill them, or they weren't supposed to engage with them, and they kill them in all these funny and creative ways, and like competition with each other and all this stuff.
That was great.
And then they're like, oh, and they figure it out. Nobody really laughed in the theater. They were kind of like, okay.
It was so
Like,
dark.
It's a really
The
That
dark
was
humor.
amazing.
some people would call that in poor taste. You know what I mean? And there's also
he
another
stabs that
scene.
guy on laying on the table
Yeah.
like
Yes,
oh,
that's
like
brutal.
Peacemaker, and he's just like walking. And he's like, "Chuk, chuk, 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 chuk."
That
was
whole
a
scene,
prison
that's what I'm
style
talking
one.
about. Like that whole scene had such a like. I don't know if this sounds weird. Maybe I'm a violence whore. I don't know, but like it had such a grace to it. Like it was so like
yeah, it's filmed in a very
like it was filmed like in such a beautiful way. That's what I'm saying. It's like not the violence is like somehow
it's
not-
stylized.
it's stylized and it's not emphasized. It's weird. I don't know.
So
Very
Hell, what
There's
what
another-
comic is this from?
It's cartoonish.
I actually don't know. I just pulled it up from Google, but that has the kind of
What
Oh,
can
yeah.
you see like the page that it's from? I'm curious if this is something published
It does
recently.
Let
look
me-
like movie.
let me see. All right, hold on.
Oh, and I didn't
Yeah.
like the sound. I didn't like the sound of the burning birds screaming. I thought
Yeah,
the
that was
general
kinda-
burning the birds was so unnecessary and could have just not been.
It
there
hurt
at
my
all.
heart to see to those birds. It didn't hurt my heart to see that guy coming out of the pool though. That was cool.
What guy coming out of the pool?
Oh, the leader of the country.
Yeah, no, the second in command guy.
No, the
No,
leader
it's a
guy
leader.
gets shot. Yeah, the second in command's the one who takes over. That's the older.
Is the big fat old guy.
Yeah.
Oh
older
no,
fat
the
dude.
leader of the country was the general. The second in command guy.
No,
was-
no. There was the president.
president.
Was the dude who tried to marry Harley Quinn, and then
Oh,
when he-
my bad.
when-
Okay,
when
okay.
He died, then the general declared himself
Became
the president.
president.
Yeah.
And then when he died, the other guy's like, "I'm presidente," and then
Yeah.
he dies.
I'll agree with PJ about like when they murder all the rebels, and then they're like, "Oh, these are actually good guys." Like, I thought that was like borderline, like too dark humor. But like her reaction to it, I was like, they just killed like all of your comrades. Like you should be like heartbroken. You should be like in. But the way
Yeah.
that she was like, you know what, like. I need you and you need me. Like I'm forced to work with you now. The way that like they took a moment to like pause and explain that, I was like, okay, I can kind of accept it now.
Well, you find out that the family that you saw hanging earlier was her family, and that the general killed
Right.
all of her family. So when she says that, you're like, okay, I see why you're not so broken up about these people who aren't your family. You've already
Well,
lost
she
them.
murders that cabinet to take over, basically, too. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's violence begets violence begets violence.
yeah.
American
Father,
way, baby.
it's most likely from this.
Okay. Suicide Squad number 6. That looks like pretty new. I'm assuming that they took that design from the movie, and that design is a creation of the movie.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not like super current on the last
But
few
here's
years of
blood.
comics, but
Here's another version of Bloodsport. I guess
with the
this
red
is
bandana. He used to have
Yeah,
like
I
a red
found it.
bandana.
This one. Hold on. Yeah, this here.
Yeah, that's what he used to look like.
Fools, animals, is this what you fought for? Is this what you died for?
Yeah, it looks very 80s.
I like the newer version with the angry skeleton mouth and the cool. So what's the like? He has like a basically has programmable matter gun.
In the movie.
Stop with this programmable matter stuff. Stop.
I did that for you.
I thought you did. You're just trying to bait me because Ruben's not interested these days.
By the way, it's just awesome that you're able to be on with us. It's been cool. We've missed you a couple of weeks.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is nice to see you again. What did they originally intend for Will Smith's Deadshot to come back for this? Because the way that they wrote,
from what I read, Idris Elba was supposed to play Deadshot, but then they changed it so that Will Smith could potentially come back.
Okay,
later.
that makes sense.
Was anybody else thinking about the third movie while you were watching this and thinking, but toward the end when I figured out who was going to survive, I was like, man, I want Idris Elba, Harley Quinn, or Margot Robbie, Will Smith, Jared Leto in the next one. Like I want Ben Affleck come back and be involved somehow and just do something else, something different from this second one that could still be crazy and ultra violent, but include some of the characters from the first movie. More of the characters from the first movie.
I didn't really like Ben Affleck or Jared Leto, so I wouldn't want them. But yeah, I'd be open to like other people from.
Killer Croc would be good.
Yeah, I'd like
Nah.
to see Croc again.
Nah, I wouldn't.
It'd be redundant though with him and King
Shark.
They're kind
King
of the
Shark
same.
is better.
King Shark was
very
just
similar.
Hulk for the last act of that film, though. Look, but when he says that the monsters are nom nom, that's just the end of Ragnarok, pretty much.
He's
I cried in
their
that
Hulk.
moment. That made me tear up when Idris became the leader and he's like coordinating with them. He's like, Harley, take the high ground. He's like, King Shark, yum yum. You know, like he's like
Avengers
coordinating
movie.
all of them. He's like poking at me. He's like, see, that's your mom. That's your mom right there. And I was like, oh yeah, he is the leader. He can reach that potential that Waller talked about.
Yeah, for all the cruel shit, there's always like a bit of some nice moments. There's one moment on the bus where Ratcatcher 2, you really get to like her. He does a great job at
Is Taika Waititi in the
making
first
you
movie?
like her.
No.
No. When they did the flashback and his father's like, rats are the most rejected things in society. I was like, oh, I don't know, it got to me. I don't know.
So
it
Starro's
has
been
that-
in the comic books before.
Yes, that's actually
He was
the
in the
very-
Justice League.
The
Oh.
very, 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 very first Justice League story that was in like 1958 or 59. It was actually Starro attacking Earth, and the first 5 Justice League team members. That was Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, Flash, and Green Lantern. And the cover was like, you have like this 5, the starfish has like 5 tentacles, right? And it has like 1 to fight each of these 5.
Robot Chicken did a
superheroes.
parody of that. Robot Chicken did something where like Starro was facing off against them. That's crazy.
That's
That was-
scary. That's creepy.
Cool.
Starro was one of the better movie monsters in recent memory. Like, just not even in a comic book movie.
I
Just
like
in
when the
general.
guy was like, "Oh my god, it's a kaiju."
Yeah.
But the thing isn't the thing not fucking disgusting? And like when things come out of it, and
I
when they go
loved
into
it.
when they go into the eye and the rats are eating up the eye. Man, I thought that was like
That was like
fucked.
I loved it. I
That's
loved
crazy.
everything.
That's
I
eye
loved-
violence.
Yeah.
It was so fucking
No,
crazy.
no.
Star
took-
Trek eye
that
violence.
was-
They did eye violence way better than Star Trek. I hate to say this.
You just know that if there was studio interference like what they did with David Ayer, or any other like filmmaker where they want to like set police and say, oh, you can't do this and you can't do this and we don't like this, the fact that they gave him all this like creative control just proves that sometimes with good directors, studios should just lay the fuck off and let them do their thing. Because
No, it was like,
I can see studio execs who probably with a tighter ass would look at that scene with the rats and other things in the movie and be like, no, I'm sorry, you got to cut that, you got to change that, you got to lighten that up somehow. It's too much or it's too gross. But this movie's fucking gross, dude. It is
really
legit
gross.
gross.
Gunn is some sort of studio whisperer because he can
You know what?
somehow.
it was like
It's a
the
studio
yeah,
whisper.
Yeah. He somehow, it takes a salesman.
Sorry,
basically to get-
Marcelo. I didn't mean to.
It's okay,
Yeah, I'm
it's
sorry,
fine.
Marcelo. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it was like the studio gave James Gunn a ton of cocaine and money and said, "Go make the fucking movie that you wanted to make your entire
Cocaine
life."
wouldn't do this. It had to have been mushrooms. How did James Gunn get the liberty to do
Trust
this?
me.
Yeah. How did James Gunn
Oh,
get the liberty to do this?
I can answer that question.
Oh, go ahead.
I can tell you right
Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah,
made
that's
so
what I was
much
gonna say
fucking
too.
money for their competition.
I was
And
gonna
keep
say
in
that
mind,
too.
he was only because we talked last week about how terrible Disney is. Disney contractually obligates a lot of their talent to not work with Warner Brothers. If you're an
Oh.
actor, in the MCU, you're not allowed to participate in any like DC movies until like you're done with your
That's
Disney
like a
contract.
no compete clause.
And they originally wanted Jamie Alexander to be Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman, and she couldn't do it because she was Sif in the Thor movies. And like Idris Elba, he didn't show up in anything DC until after his character died in Avengers, and they're like, okay, like we're done with you. You're released from your contract. This happened with a few other people, but James Gunn was fired. From people dug up those old tweets of his and made like a big deal about it, and Disney fired him from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And then I guess Warner Brothers either called him or he called Warner Brothers. He's like, you know what? I really want to make like this rated R superhero movie. Let's do this. And then Disney was like, oh, no. Wait. Come back. We need you for Guardians 3 after all. It's kind of like if you break up with your ex and then like you see her car at like some asshole's house and you like know like she's sleeping with that dude and you're like, oh no, come back and be with me instead.
I think he struck gold with Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember it being like a pivotal Marvel film. Like I was just like, what is happening? Like it was like so different and impressive. And he's done it again. This is like I was in love with this movie. I was not. I don't know if I didn't have low hopes because everyone loves the Suicide Squad and a lot of people talk about it. I've been waiting to watch it, but I'm glad this is my introduction to the Suicide Squad because James Gunn did it like in a way that I'm like insanely impressed with. By the way, does anyone know what's going on with this shit? Like, what is that? Like, why is Robin Starro? Why is Starro Robin?
That's Starro became Robin.
I have no idea.
Look, Starro is Robin. Okay, sorry. I'm obsessed
Do
with
you not
Starro.
think? Do you not think that James Gunn, once he's done with Guardians 3, is going to be on like the next level of directors? He's going to be like, he's got the bank in his back pocket from the Guardians films. He's done Marvel, DC. He's just going to be huge. He can do whatever he wants after this.
He can until he doesn't get
we don't
like
know
the
the
big
success
bucks.
of this though.
Yeah, and that too.
This movie might be a commercial failure. I don't know. It's
I don't think it
rated
will
R.
be.
Rated R superhero movies are hard.
It
to
probably
do
will be.
Really?
It is very likely that this will not make its money back because it's the HBO Max thing. It's not exclusive
the
theater.
HBO
It's not-
Max
it's not
thing.
ex-
I mean,
yeah.
I saw it for free.
Oh yeah, they don't do a Disney where they charge another $30 for it, do they?
No, it's not
I don't
like
know
that.
I
any
didn't bootleg it or anything. It was,
But don't
Yeah,
worry.
Out
they-
of my
they-
American
they'll,
friends, I don't know anyone else who saw it in the theater besides
they,
me.
they'll still be after him for a Suicide Squad 3. He already has,
PJ
an
went to see
idea
it in
for it.
theater.
and it doesn't actually. I think it doesn't matter in this case because it's different if a movie has a lukewarm kind of reception, but the fact that everybody's like balls to the wall crazy for this movie, it seems to be like people on different sides of the different fandoms and stuff are still. I'm sure there's Marvel hardcore people out there who's like, fuck this movie just because it's DC, but fuck those people because they're corporate fucking dick suckers.
Yeah, brand
PE's
loyalty is a weird thing to me.
P says James will be making the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Oh, that's right. That's
That'll be
coming
for
up.
Christmas
What?
next year. That's next
Oh
year.
my god, that's insane.
And I assume Thor is going to be in that because of if people remember how Endgame ended, Thor joins the Guardians and he's running
Yep.
around with them now.
Yes, Thor is with the great thing about Thor: Love and Thunder is that the Guardians are in that, and then when you get to the Guardians, Thor's in that. It's like it's crazy.
We're not
man.
going to
They're
get
just-
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 until 2023, apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
The,
Yeah, it's
the
like
Thor: Love
spring
and
of
Thunder has to come out
2023.
first. Chronologically, it becomes it. Yeah.
And James Gunn is a unicorn because wasn't he quote unquote canceled and then somehow resurrected?
Mhm.
We
from
just
the
talked about that. Did we
Yeah, I
not-
know, but
did
like,
you not hear?
yeah, sorry. I
Can
didn't hear
we?
that.
Should we?
Huh?
Should we
Yeah,
talk about
aren't you
like
paying
the
attention
content of
to-
the tweets though? I mean, you know what I mean.
What
I thought
was
some of
it?
them
I
were
can't
kinda funny.
remember.
I don't know.
It
He
wasn't
had,
that
like,
bad, I think, compared
Yeah.
to what some people
He
have
said
done. It was
kicking
tweets.
puppies is okay.
he's like talking about like peeing on little kids or something. I don't know. It was like there was like weird stuff,
What?
but it wasn't.
I mean,
It was
that's
like
hot.
jokes. It was all jokes.
That-
It wasn't serious.
That's why I
Alright.
wouldn't want to get into the specifics of the jokes because I actually don't remember specifically what any of them
Before
were.
before Guardians of the Galaxy, I have no idea of James Gunn's movie history. Like, how did he get picked up? Because movie 43, I don't know what that is.
His
Super.
first movie they directed was
Super is amazing.
It is?
Chromeo-
Slither was the first movie he directed.
Slither, but he worked.
No, it says here,
on
a
trauma
sho-
films.
Oh,
He wrote a bunch of
Slither,
movies before
okay.
that.
What was
He wrote
Slither?
the
I've never
Scooby-Doo
seen Slither.
films.
Slither is
Yep.
a body horror film with Nathan
Slither's
Fillion.
amazing. Actually, my last D&D session, I based the whole session on that movie. Funny enough.
Slither, I haven't seen yet because I'm afraid to watch it because I know it's so gross.
What
It
is
is,
Slither?
it's
What
awesome.
is that?
Slither's about this town where like basically like a meteor hits and these like worm creatures infect the town and start super multiplying, and so there's worms everywhere. Nathan Fillion's in it. Elizabeth Banks is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
correct.
Yeah, she's in quite a lot of his stuff.
The guy who plays
Michael Rooker.
Michael
Michael
Rooker,
Rooker.
he's in it.
By the way, where is Elizabeth Banks and why wasn't she in Suicide Squad? She's awesome.
She was directing
Was, you
Charlie's
didn't
Angels.
Oh, true.
Do you know Emma Roberts was originally supposed to play Harley Quinn?
Oh, no, I did not know
No
that.
way.
Emma Roberts.
She turned it down to be in Scream Queens.
Oh, good, because I like Scream Queens.
Interesting. The actress who plays Harley Quinn, what's her name again?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
She's fantastic in this movie.
She's
Yeah,
Have you
but
seen
you know-
I, Tonya?
Sorry, everyone talking at the same time.
I, Tanya.
Yeah,
Is,
phenomenal
no,
film.
I haven't seen her. No, that's
She's really
her?
good
Is
in
she,
that.
Is she
Yeah.
Tanya Roberts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why
And she
that
does
makes
get
me
like dirty and grimy and stuff. It's really cool.
Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts.
I like the part. I like the
Oh,
part
she's
where
in
she says, "I'm a princess," and she's so genuinely naive. Like she's just the way she plays it is fucking perfect. It's like when she says to Flula Borg, "It's like we like accents because we don't got none." It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like she's so.
in that Tarantino movie too. Once Upon a Time
Yes.
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
that's
plays-
right.
She plays Sharon Tate.
That's right.
And if you
Yeah.
ever seen Hot Ones on YouTube, where people they interview celebrities while they eat hot wings, the Margot Robbie
on it
episode is
too.
hilarious.
Oh, I
She
gotta
was-
check that out.
She was also in a bunch of cutaway, explain away scenes for The Big Short.
Yes, she was really funny in that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, actually,
And-
Slither is basically Starro the movie because like the creatures kind of control their minds, and it's just not a giant eye.
Star of the
like that,
movie.
but-
she's
P.E.
good in she's
kind
good
of
in
a
Wolf
similar-
of, Wolf and
similar-
the Wolf of Wall Street as well.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She's in that. That's right. Whoa.
That's the Wolf of Wall Street is the one.
She's
that
so
put it on-
different.
put it
I
on
think
the
she
map,
was
though.
made to play Harley Quinn, though. I don't know Harley Quinn as a character, but she's so fantastic in this movie. I loved her.
Me and my friends, when we saw Wolf of Wall Street, we were saying like she would be the perfect fuck. A lot of people were saying that. It's not only like it was the Anson Mount Pike thing. It was like somebody you just see, you're like, oh my god, they would be perfect as this character, and they just cast him. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I always wanted him to play Mr. Freeze in the '90s, and when they cast
And
him,
he
I was
did
like,
it.
I was through the roof, and then I saw the movie. I said, "Oh fuck."
Well, if that 2016 Suicide
cute.
Squad if it did one thing right, for all the flaws in that movie, its big contribution to the world
Harley.
was giving us Margot Robbie as Harley.
Yep.
And we've had like 2 other movies from them that I think she was great in both of those. And yeah, I hope that we see more of They could do like a Harley. You know how like Marvel is having a lot of success now with these Disney Plus shows. HBO Max is kind of positioning themselves to do something similar. We're getting this Peacemaker show, the Gotham TV show that's going to be connected to the new Batman movie. I'd like to see like a Harley Quinn TV show, maybe if they could like lock her
Give
down for a
James
season
Gunn
of that.
all the
You know,
money,
there's-
Warner Brothers. Give James Gunn all the money
You know,
and
there's
let
a
him lead DC. Just
there's
do
a
it.
there's a new Batgirl movie on HBO Max too, in the continuity of the DCEU. It's not
Oh,
connected
cool.
to the Gotham or Pattinson thing.
PE says Slither sounds like what would have happened if Starro was not intercepted and went straight to some small town and let his spawn multiply and take over the town.
No, but
That's funny.
Slither is extremely, extremely disgusting. It is body
amazing
horror.
movie.
I thought you were gonna say erotic.
No, no.
All
Slither,
weekends.
Slither is amazing, but it is extremely disgusting.
I watched clips from it, and I was like, I can't. I couldn't watch this movie. I just.
And what about what about Super or Movie 43? Have any of you guys seen that?
Super is
Su-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Don't.
Super's good.
Don't waste your time with movie 43. Please don't watch that.
Yeah,
shit.
fuck that.
Movie
What is that?
Just
What
a
is-
bunch
And
of
go
short skits all put together.
right to Super. Don't even bother with that.
All right, watch
fucking-
Super.
Super is
Super
disturbing.
amazing.
It's a
Really?
very it's,
Really?
It's
I didn't think so. I loved it.
it's what?
But there's a
what do you-
sequence in there with Ellen Page and Rainn Wilson.
Wait,
that
who
kinda
said they didn't like it? Who
threw
said
me
they
off
didn't like
guard.
it? Who said they
No,
didn't
I
like
think-
it?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Anyway, I saw
I
Super.
know-
The thing about that movie, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up comedy. It's like it does this thing where it's about to play something for a laugh, and you're like, oh wait, this is not funny. This is fucked up. Like it's
So-
about a mentally ill man who thinks he's a superhero, and he attacks people over the smallest things, and it's like it's really
What's interesting
Kevin
about James?
Bacon is in it too. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, I love Kevin Bacon. What's interesting about
do you
James
like
Gunn?
you like Kevin Bacon? Do you?
I do love I love Kevin Bacon.
Who doesn't like
If
Kevin
you-
Bacon?
Yeah, Kevin,
If you love
I
Kevin
love playing the
Bacon-
game too, like in the 2000s, the
6
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. By the way, James Gunn's interesting because he has like 37 writer credits, 22 producer credits, and only 17 director credits. So he started out as a writer, and let me click on his writing credits here.
Yeah, he done the Scooby Doo films from the early noughties.
Is that right? I didn't
Yep.
know. It's crazy. His oldest thing is Tromeo and Juliet, which I heard about. I didn't know he wrote that. He wrote the screenplay for in '96. That's the year I graduated high
Yeah.
school. I remember.
Don't watch it on a full stomach.
Damn, you're old.
I'm fucking old. I am freaking old. It's true. But I look, it's true. And then
96. I wasn't even a sperm. Well, I was alive, but I was a kid. Jesus.
But I
Christ, I'm
can't
fucking
believe,
old.
based on his resume of scripts, like I can't believe he even created Guardians. It's amazing what he's done for the mainstream, considering
No,
that like his writing credits mostly were in the like cult, if you will. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting.
Well, you don't want to hype him up too much. He could be canceled again at any moment.
Yeah, I think he's smart now. I think he's realized. Like I think he's figured it out.
I have
He also
pictures,
had
I have
Kevin
pictures of
Feige.
him dressed in blackface and in a Klansman
Oh
outfit.
no,
Oh,
God,
that would probably do it.
that
So
would do
I'm,
it.
I'm just waiting for the right time to
Justin
release
Trudeau didn't get canceled for it. PJ, he didn't get canceled for blackface or brownface. Actually, he did brownface.
Well, why are you yelling at me like he's my uncle or something?
I'm just yelling. You're the only Canadian in this
I
room.
don't give a fuck about Justin Trudeau. He can sit on a fucking dick.
You hear that, Justin Trudeau? You can sit on a effing.
He just unsubscribed from Starfleet the way
I
after
know.
that.
No, Justin and I are good friends.
What's
he's
the
still
Canadian
subscribed.
version of like the CIA?
Yeah, what is the is there even a CIA?
It's the CIA.
Hey,
Oh my gosh. OMG. This Starsky and Hutch, the TV series?
And the
Like, what
FBI is the CBC.
the CBC? He wrote a screenplay for Wile E. Coyote in 2023. I don't understand what's going on with James Gunn. It's
Yeah, his next film is going to be, I think it's a Wile E. Coyote film, or an animated one he's done.
No, 2023. Next, according to
Yeah, that's
IMDb,
the next one.
Peacemaker's next in 2022. Guardians Galaxy Holiday Special in 2022 as well, and then Volume 3 in 2023.
busy.
Yeah, if that motherfucker Peacemaker doesn't die in the HBO Peacemaker series at the very end, I'm gonna fucking riot. Because I'm a huge Jai Courtney fan from For All Mankind. So that what are you trying to tell me with that?
Jai Courtney from All Mankind.
It's Starro. Look, guys,
Yeah.
it's
You're talking
Joel
about
Kinnaman?
Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah, Joe Kinnaman, thank you.
Oh, I was like, man, you're a
I'm,
big
like,
fan
wait
of Captain Boomerang. Like, I only hear people complain about that actor.
No, he's not talking about Boomer. He's talking about Rick Flag.
No, yeah. Yeah, I know what he's
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
I'm
started
a huge
watching
fan
For All
of the
Mankind.
actor who plays Rick Flag, and it really ticked me off that John Cena killed Rick Flag. So I want James Gunn to make that guy suffer in his TV series.
yeah, that was really sucky because I
You know
like
what
that
kind-
character.
But
Flag.
it
was cool.
turned us against him. It made us. We
Yeah,
were supposed to hate
it made us
Peacemaker.
hate him. Yeah.
They handled Peacemaker so well because, yeah, he's kind of like goofy and you can laugh at the jokes, but then they show he has like the serious conviction. Like they explain his philosophy. Like you understand his point of view.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is the guy willing to do anything for the mission. The means that always just or the end always justifies the means type
Right.
dude. And then they also show him be badass at shit enough that at the end when he becomes a threat, you take him seriously as like a danger for our heroes. So I felt like they used Peacemaker excellently in the movie.
And when he kills Rick Flag, you know what that's kind of like? It's like watching the hero die at the end of the movie. Like actually get killed by the bad
Yeah.
guy instead and walk away. Well, sort of.
Oh, and compare this Rick Flag to the way the character is treated in 2016. I did not give a shit about Rick Flag in the 2016
I forget he
Suicide
was even in
Squad.
that movie.
He has a great
Yeah.
line where he's talking about Katana and he has this big and he's like, "This is Katana. She has a sword. It traps the souls of her victims. I wouldn't mess with..." Like he has this whole spiel and it's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm gonna list out her powers.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
imagine
do it this way and talk like this and deliver my lines like this. Every line just like this.
Imagine watching that movie in 2016 and then being told like, okay, in 5 years you're gonna see the sequel to this and you're gonna cry when that guy dies. Like imagine being told that. Like you're actually gonna give a shit when you see the sequel to this movie.
Don't you cry tonight.
No, I just I wasn't a fan of his character that much in the original Suicide Squad, but for some reason James Gunn made me connect with him, and when fucking Peacemaker did what he did, I was like, that motherfucker's got to die a horrible death at some point.
James
don't-
Gunn does something very brilliant with his character before he dies. There's a scene that they gave away in the trailers where him and Bloodshot are going to rescue her and they're going to climb up the building and she comes around the corner. She's already escaped. This follows like the best scene in the movie, right? And then there's this really fucking, I thought, touching emotional moment where she's like, oh, but it doesn't work in the trailers because no context. But when you see it in the movie, you're like, oh, this is sweet. And she hugs him and stuff. And like there's a bit of humor there. He's like, yeah, it was a pretty good plan. And it's like, it shows that these psychos, killers have this weird fucking affection for each other and shit. And then he ups and dies right after that. So like I think the scene right before that was a good touching moment, and just to make that fucking death just all the more
It has
effective.
heart. like James
It
Gunn's
has a
movies
lot of heart.
have
Such a good
heart.
movie. Yeah, it's
He
true.
knows how to pull on the heartstrings. It really stood out to me, that scene of Ratcatcher talking to Bloodsport when they're in Milton's bus and they're just going down the road, and she's talking about like her
Ratcatcher
backstory,
2.
and she's saying how like she feels so sad for Bloodsport, and like you know, they kind of have that moment where they connect, and I was like, yeah, this is something that the 2016 movie was missing. Like that movie tried to do it. Like they had like that weird bar scene where like Harley's like, oh yeah, we're the bad guys, you know. It's like it tried to do shit like that, but it failed.
With all due credit, I mean, I think the bar scene in the 2016 version was probably one of the best parts of the movie in terms of like it's the only time you actually felt anything for any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if the movie was allowed to be like the way it should have been, you would have had more time, because what they did was they took away a lot of the ancillary characters' time and focused on certain, and it didn't have an ensemble feel. Like they put more Will Smith in it than David Ayer wanted in comparison to the other characters. This is like James Gunn is balancing these characters very well, and they all have intersectional emotional moments, and there's context for everything. Like King Shark when he's about to eat Ratcatcher 2, and you're thinking, oh fuck, they're just gonna kill this guy right away now. That's what I was thinking. And then they have this touching moment where she uses the rats to scare him, and she's like, you don't have any friends? And he's like, no, me got no friends. I was like, oh my god, I'm choking up at this shit. I'm choking up at this shit.
Yeah. He knows how to pull on those heartstrings.
James Gunn takes the time to, like, he has so much restraint. Like, I was thinking of the scene when they first introduced the Polka Dot Man. Another director would have had, you know, when they introduce him, oh shit, his power's scary. Then the other guy starts like teasing him. Another director would have had Polka Dot Man kill the other guy right then and there. And that's it. A shock value kill. James Gunn doesn't do it. He waits. And then when you see it actually come out later, you're like, oh damn. And it has just way more context to the scene.
Did anybody else... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Did anybody else have the feeling right before Polka Dot Man died that he was right about to die because they linger too long and him looking over? And you're like, that thing's going to come down on him.
Take that off. Take that off.
Blue says, I love when Ruben loves this
movie sucked. I give it a 4 out of 50.
I love any of this crew loves something.
No, James Gunn is just he's good. He's good at what he fucking does. You know what I mean? And you can see it. You can see night and day the difference between what he does and what
Is Ruben our hater, our resident hater? Is that what Ruben is? Ruben, are you the resident hater?
I don't even watch half of the things you watch.
I know you just go on. It's like...
I also love For All Mankind. Now that I've
By the way, Blue,
I
in case you're interested, Blue,
have you started watching it for real?
Yeah, I'm on episode. I'm only on episode 3. My wife and I watch.
Sorry, I
episode
missed
a
it.
night.
Of
For
what?
all mankind.
Is it not a smart fucking
Oh,
show?
from all mankind.
It's
Yeah,
pretty cool. It's
watch
really
it.
cool.
I gotta
The
watch
second
it.
season
Be
is
serious,
10 times
Ruben. Is it
better.
cool or not? Is it cool or
I
not,
like it.
man?
I like it a lot.
Be real with me here, man.
I like it a lot, man. I like it a lot. I'm gonna watch that
No.
shit. I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad again.
Thank you. Come on, where are my props? Because I was the one that started screaming for All Mankind on the panel. I was the first one to tell you guys you need to check out this show.
No, I think
Was
PJ
not?
might have been, but still.
Make
it's
James
okay,
Gunn,
it's
the
okay,
head
it's
of Star
okay.
Trek, fire this fucking Kurtzman guy.
Oh,
and
come
make
on!
James Gunn the head of Star Trek.
Oh, get out of here!
I'm talking about that.
It was
Can we talk
Marcelo.
about
Save Starfleet boy.
It was Marcelo's
Oh.
suggestion that made me
Oh,
watch
okay,
it.
okay, never mind. My
Thank
bad,
you,
my
thank
bad.
you, thank you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Marcelo.
No,
Credit where credit
I
is
watched
due.
it because you
Credit.
guys kept bringing it up, and I was like, oh, let me give it a shot.
Hey, real quick, Blue, if you want to see something else Ruben loves, go watch the first episode of Picard with me and Ruben. Just go watch it and
And
see
then
how
watch
much he
episode
loves
2
Star
through
Trek
5.
Picard. Just if you want
Watch
to see
episode 2 through 5.
no, just watch
It
episode
goes
1,
downhill
Blue.
quickly.
Remembrances, Blue. Go watch it and watch how much love Ruben
I'm
has
gonna
for
fucking
Picard.
watch Discovery. and see
It's
Start
jockey.
doing like deep cut comments.
Okay, Geek and Review, you're in charge. I'll be back. Make
Shall we?
Well, yeah, apparently I'm in charge. So,
Yeah.
have you guys spoke about the Kurtzman news, which
No,
broke
but
last Sunday?
no, can I just say, the fact that Alex Kurtzman got a new extension for 5 more years for $160 million made me the happiest man on the planet Earth, and now I just want to see Ruben go crazy. So just go crazy, Ruben, because I've been waiting for this moment all fucking week. Come on, let me
Well, it
have
was
it.
funny when you tagged me because didn't even know what you were talking about.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sure you worked that out,
Come on,
though.
come on, come on. You can
And
do
then I
better than
asked
that.
so hell later on, and I was just like, oh, okay.
I was gonna
I mean, I
mention
don't
this.
care either way 'cause I don't watch Star
PJ
Trek.
probably has something to say. I have to go. I have to make another drink, but that's not the Alex Kurtzman's not anywhere insane as what is it? Matt Stone and Trey Park.
Trey Parker.
Yeah. Wait.
Why? What
Yeah,
happened
what-
with them? What happened to them?
No, they got how much money did they get? They got like
$9 billion between the both of them for
Yeah.
6 year deal to make 14 South Park movies exclusively for Paramount Plus. See, the right situation is that Paramount Plus, as of now, do not have the rights to some things that they actually own in terms of licensing, like exclusive streaming deals. HBO, Warner Brothers has that deal on HBO Max. So there will be some point in the future when the rights revert. Paramount Plus can have the episodes, but their strategy is to have these guys actually make all these movies on Paramount Plus. Apparently, 2 coming out this year.
Did
And
you
the
say
way they work.
9 billion?
No, I mean not 9 billion, 900 million.
Oh, I was like,
Oh, that's okay.
holy
That's fine. That's fine.
Jesus, 9 billion. I mean, 900 million is a lot too.
Yeah,
was like,
not 9 billion,
billion?
just 1 billion.
but the fact that these two
Just,
guys are getting,
No,
400
it's
what is
a
it?
billion
450
basically.
$450 million each for 6 years. People are looking at Kurtzman now who's getting approximately 160 for 5 years, and they're
5 years.
like, you can tell
Ryan
which one
Murphy-
they value
Ryan
so
Murphy
much
got
more,
like
right?
500 million from
Yeah,
Netflix.
South Park has been a valuable intellectual property for like 20 years consistently.
Over 20 years, yeah.
Whereas
More than 20 years, yeah.
Star Trek's
Almost
been
25
all
years.
over the place, and it's all from like the same 2 dudes. Like you can get other people to like show run the Star Trek franchise. You can get other people in charge of Star Trek. There's no replacing those two at South Park. It wouldn't be South Park without them.
And Paramount
I think
Plus
Ryan
re-
Murphy got 500 million from Netflix, and Shonda Rhimes got like 100 and something million from Netflix.
Yeah, but what is Shonda Rhimes done for Netflix? Because I know that she produced Bridgerton, but she hasn't written anything directly for Netflix, right? I mean, I love Shonda Rhimes, but it really pisses me off that Netflix gave her fucking a fortune, and the only thing she's done is produce something for them. What the hell is she doing?
I have no
don't know
idea
what
what she's
I
doing.
know Ryan Murphy's
I don't
done a few
follow
things
her.
already.
Yeah,
no,
I'm not really familiar with her.
Yeah, no, I mean, look. I'm a huge fan of Shonda Rhimes because I love Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice, but I don't understand Netflix giving her a giant deal, and the only thing that she's produced is Bridgerton, from what I know. So yeah,
I have a
that's-
much more interesting topic I completely forgot about, but it's really fucking cool because I'm a Ninja Turtles guy. Ninja Turtles was the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Colin Jost.
Colin Jost, ScarJo's husband, is making the next live action Ninja Turtles. And if he's around my age, so if he loved the 1990s movie like I did, they might go back to like fucking a mix of practical and CG, and they won't have like
That'd be
bulky ass
fucking dope.
turtles.
I thought you were going to say they go back to Vanilla Ice.
They should bring Rob Van Winkle back and pay him 50 cents. And
Ninja,
Go,
rap,
ninja,
ninja,
go,
rap.
go.
do that
when I
enough
was-
and he'll sue you.
Go.
When I was a kid, I used to watch the Ninja Turtles movies all the time.
Yeah.
Those movies
The
used to be
1990s
my
movie is
jam.
one of the
Yeah.
best cult movies out there, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I did
that's
for
what I'm
my
talking about,
for my 34th birthday. It was April of 2020, so kind of like at the beginning of COVID, and I had a socially distanced birthday via Zoom watch party, and we watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I was like, I'm gonna celebrate my 34th birthday the same way I celebrated my 4th birthday. by watching this movie from 1990,
Cool. That's awesome.
30 years later.
I've never
yeah,
had the balls to go back and rewatch the first film as an
Oh,
adult.
It's
I'm like
great.
a year or two younger than PJ, and I grew up with those movies too. And
Yeah, no,
I'm pretty hyped if they are going to take that type of approach. That
I don't know
1990s
that they will, but
movies, it still holds up.
The original 90s film still holds up pretty good. The
Yeah.
scene where they all have to like recuperate in the farmhouse, after what's his face gets his ass whooped. It's still like kind of like
Raphael.
that. It gets
Raphael?
dark, but like
Yeah.
very.
you never saw it. You don't know what you're talking about. You're
but they're-
faking it, aren't you, Ruben?
What?
You never saw the 1990s Ninja
He's,
Turtles
not
movie.
shit in the theater. I saw all
he's
three in the
reading
theater.
stuff off the Wikipedia page now. He's just reading shit off the Wikipedia page.
He's talking about Avengers: Age of Ultron.
He's literally reading the reception area where, like, how
Yeah, that
what the
scene
critics
where,
said about it.
No, I love that movie. That was the first movie I remember understanding product placement
Wow.
because they have like the BK stuff all strewn throughout.
Dominoes.
You know,
Yeah.
Casey Jones actually kills Shredder at the end of that, and they retcon it in the second movie. He's like, "Oops, I'm crushing a live human being in this thing
Yeah,
now."
but then he survived for the sequel. That was Do any of y'all watch Oliver Harper's YouTube videos? He does those really cool retrospective videos for like, a bunch of, like
Yes,
80s and 90s movies.
Yep.
Watch
I've
his
watched a lot of
Ninja
his
Turtles one. It's really really good. He always goes like behind the scenes. He always has a really cool commentary. He talks about like his experience watching these movies as a kid. So I recommend his channel in general, but specifically if you just want like a good thing to sample, check out his Ninja Turtles, the original 1990s Ninja Turtles video on Oliver Harper's YouTube channel.
Who was he, huh?
I made it funny.
Oliver Harper.
No, most of his, well, a lot of his stuff is really, really good. Obviously, it depends on the film that you want to watch, but yeah, he's so detailed, it's unbelievable.
But Ruben was referencing Splinter, the Ninja Turtles rat dad in that movie. But like the dumb like Jim Henson puppet that just looks like this nasty ass rat with like this nasty wet fur and stuff. Like when you see him like chained up and imprisoned, like you're like sad. Like you accept that is like a real creature, and it's like you know him. It's like you connect with him. And yeah, like the CGI stuff and a lot of recent stuff just doesn't. I don't know. I don't get like that same impression. Like the reason why Baby Yoda works so well is like I think a lot of it has to do with it being practical. It just makes it your brain can tell like, oh yeah, like he's actually like holding something. He's holding that baby. He's actually holding something. There's something there.
Here's the thing about the 2014 one, and some of this quality of visual effects is in the next one, but not really. It's mostly very cartoony and fake looking. But there are certain shots, and that's the problem with CG. There's always going to be a shot here and there where it's like, oh my god, that looks so fucking real. Like the scene where they're on the elevator just waiting, it looks like real things. It looks totally photorealistic. And then there's another part where Splinter's been beaten up by Shredder, and he's lying on the floor, and he looks so real, it's disgusting. It actually looks gross because it looks like an actual giant rat that's like on its way out. But the problem with that is that then you get them jumping around and flying around and doing all these moves, and then it's like, oh, back to cartoon land again. But when they know how to you need a director that knows how to use CG in a way that, I mean, you got to take a minimalist approach, restraints.
I think they
show
should do
them
the
in shadow a
Grogu
lot,
approach.
stuff like that.
I would
Yeah,
love to
like-
see. I know they'll never do it, but I would love to see a movie, maybe an animated movie where they stay true to the original comics with like the black and white style
Yeah.
and
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
kind of grittier, like a Spider-Verse kind of stylized movie, but black
Sin
and
City
white.
kind of thing.
Sin City, yeah, like a Sin City kind of. I mean,
That'd be
Well,
cool.
There's a Seth Rogen animated film. I don't know what kind of style that's going to adopt, but
Oh,
And then
cool.
there's going to be the animated film and the live action.
I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan, bro. I love those motherfuckers.
Yeah, same here.
The cartoon, the comics, the movies, even the fucking time travel one to Japan. I don't give a shit. Give me more. Give me all the Ninja Turtles. I hate all the Michael Bay produced stuff, of course.
Did you
but
read the Did you read the original comics though?
I used to play the role playing game in the '80s. It was a role playing game based on.
Yeah, those
Ninja Turtles, it
1984
was amazing.
comics are really good. Like the those creators, Laird and
Eastman
what-
and Laird, yeah.
Eastman.
Yeah, I almost called them Westman. I was like, no, that's not right. Wrong direction.
Have you watched the Toys That Made Us on Netflix?
No, I know they have a Turtles one.
There's a great one for the Turtles, yeah.
There's a
That's what kinda made
documentary
them more
about how they met
kid-friendly.
as well.
Yeah, that's good too. They came out on the 30th. No, wait, no, it wouldn't have been 20. Maybe it was the 25th anniversary. But anyway, no, yes, it was because it was the 30th because it was in 2013, wasn't it?
Well,
I don't know. I gotta look it up. It's a really good
the
documentary.
anniversary
that
of what?
The creation of the turtles or whatever in 1980.
Okay.
1983 was it?
It was 84.
84. Okay.
Well, yeah, those
Ninja
old
Turtles
comics, they were very much like commentary on like a lot of like the new comics, or like they're almost kind of like parody of it, like Teenage Mutant. That was kind of like the X-Men are supposed to be like the mutants, and
Right, the most ridiculous things thrown together.
yeah, like Ninja, because like Daredevil was like really big in the early 80s because of like the Frank Miller run on Daredevil. So like, yeah, you had like Daredevil and then Turtles because they were just like, what's like the most like unathletic animal? They'd be like a terrible ninja. And they're like turtles. I'm like, okay, we're gonna figure out how to draw a ninja turtle.
Did you see the original drawing of the Ninja Turtle? It's like short and stumpy. It doesn't look anything like that. Ninja Turtles documentary is called from 2014. It's called Turtle Power: The Definitive History of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's really good. I can't remember where I caught it. I caught it as a one-off, and it was absolutely fantastic.
That '80s role-playing game was one of my favorite fucking role-playing games. You can pick your animal. You can pick the extent of your mutation. It's fucking amazing.
And the
That
new
was on
comics
the-
from IDW, I've been told are really good. I haven't read them, but if y'all know my Text Trek co-host Dave, he actually manages a comic shop, and he's been reading like the new Ninja Turtle stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, that's really really good. And they're owned by Nickelodeon. They're owned now by Paramount.
Viacom, CBS.
Yeah, by so I would think all future Turtle stuff is gonna be on Paramount Plus.
That's all right. That's the
That's their
property to
home.
milk. Start.
Not bad.
They're in the same family as Star Trek and South Park.
Yep.
Crossover.
It's all about content, not about quality. It's all about getting the content that people have loved for years out as quickly, as efficiently as possible, fiscally efficiently as possible. And it's like, be damned if it's good or not. We don't give a fuck. We just want subscribers because we know you're going to watch your Beavis and Butthead and your Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
It's
and
all about
your-
exclusivity.
And,
Would you
and
agree?
Amazon Prime is doing like that $1 billion, what is it? Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah,
That's,
Lord of the Rings.
that's going to take almost 2 years of post-production.
Which how do they have the rights to that? Because I thought that
They-
Warner
paid-
Brothers.
They paid a shitload of money. They paid hundreds
Yeah.
of millions of dollars.
Yeah, $100 million. No,
They're spending like 500
and-
million on the show.
No, but
aren't they?
that the first when the pilot eventually comes out, it'll be the most expensive season 1 in TV history, cause it's gonna be really.
It is going to
fucking
be dope.
good. Yeah.
Because you know for a fact, with all the money they're spending on this show, that they are not going to like oversee that this story is like perfect and fucking like crowd pleasing, and they're going to pull out all the stops for this one.
I don't know, bro. It could be an epic disaster.
It probably might be a Heaven's Gate. Yes, I know.
Yeah, no, Ruben's completely right. It could be the Titanic, running into the iceberg. But what if it's not?
It's
No, hopefully it's not. I mean,
Right.
Heaven's Gate was a movie that cost way too much that didn't make anything back really. It was one of the biggest flops in history, and it's like one of these things
It's
that's
actually not a
so.
bad movie.
I've never seen it. Christopher Walken's in it. I can't remember who else is in it.
It's a
I've never.
Ford
Chris
Coppola
Christopherson,
movie, I believe.
who's a real drunkard.
Is
I tell
anybody
ya.
here on the panel like?
Don't
the
ever
Clint
watch him in
Eastwood fans?
concert.
As an actor or a director, or
Both actor and director.
I watched that film recently. God, what was it called? Richard Jewell, about the Atlantic, sort of the Olympic bombing in the 90s. That was phenomenal, that film. But apart from that, I don't really like his direction.
No, no. The reason why I bring it up is because a trailer for his most recent film just got released today, and it looks like something between Gran Torino, Unforgiven, and like The Mule.
Were you watching John Campea earlier?
Yeah.
They made a joke about how he was doing his old man hanging up his boots and like retiring and going off to die. He played that 30 years ago in Unforgiven, and he's been playing that character of like, I'm old, I don't understand the world, I gotta accept different things, and this is just another one of them. The Mule was fucking really good. Gran Torino was great.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Gran Torino has one of the best endings. I won't give anything away, but it's one of the best endings of any of his movies.
My grandfather is a giant Clint Eastwood fan, so tomorrow I'm gonna play the trailer for him.
Don't fuck with me. I'm 97 years old.
I have to eat one baby a year to keep living.
I have to get the blood of the innocent.
He is getting pretty old.
Yeah. He's like 90, 94, 95, right?
Something
Hey,
like that.
Google.
Yeah, he's not a young man.
How old is Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood is 91 years old.
Yeah, 91.
So he's a year older than Shatner.
Oh yeah. Wow.
He's still younger than Betty White. She's about to turn 100.
Really? Wow. But
What?
Yeah.
still, he's directing films though. That's
Yeah,
a big job.
That's a lot.
He's a one take dude too, and he.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
You'll find that in Gran Torino and probably in this movie, judging by the trailer, he uses younger actors who don't necessarily seem like they're actors, and he kind of likes the awkwardness of probably like in some cases struggling for lines or stumbling, and he will use like what he'll really like look at something, and if it's okay in the first take, he fucking moves on. He wastes no time. And if it's like if they fuck up and it's like really bad or something, obviously you do not other takes. But
Yeah, no, and
it's
he
like Jonathan
doesn't-
Frakes also has that, they call him 2 takes Frakes. So he always wanted to always just do 1 take and move on if he thought it was okay. But they're always like, you probably should just do 1 for safety. So I always just did 2.
Yeah, and the other thing about Clint Eastwood, he doesn't say action. He just says, "Go ahead."
Fucking say your line.
yeah, it's like
Are you feeling lucky?
Am I
Yeah,
gonna
so-
die already or what?
yeah. On a totally unrelated note, with speaking about Jonathan Frakes, I watched Nemesis today for some reason.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Which one's
yeah,
Nemesis?
With
That's-
Tom Hardy as the
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no,
Maybe
but,
I'm a reflection of you, Shinjo.
Yeah. Before.
Yeah. I
Maybe
was-
I'm a
no, but-
reflection of you.
No, but I was thinking, why
That's
the
not
fuck
Picard.
didn't Jonathan Frakes direct Nemesis?
They didn't want him
Well,
to. He wanted to do it, and they said no. Star Trek Insurrection didn't make
Yeah.
enough money.
Super
you
bullshit.
are not allowed. You are not
Really?
allowed.
Who
to-
said that?
Fuck
Rick Berman?
you, studios.
Rick Berman
Studios
said that.
Yeah,
Well, you know what?
fuck that shit.
One of the producers
Fuck that
should have
guy.
looked at the script for Insurrection and said, "No, we can't follow First Contact with this shit."
They're the reason why that script was bad, because they wanted Michael Piller to be able to write a Star Trek movie, and then they were like, "Okay, we don't really like your ideas. Can you change this? Can you change that?" The original idea by Michael Piller sounded a lot cooler. It was going to involve the Romulans, and it would have kind of tied into Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It would have been
my God, that
okay.
would be
We're
great.
we're at war with the Dominion. We're allies with the Romulans, but the Romulans are over here on this planet doing some fucked up shit, trying to like mess up these people's planet for like their regenerative traits and their rings of their planet or whatever. Like basically harness the power of, like this fountain of youth planet. And like Starfleet's not gonna let us like go in and stop them because we're allies with the Romulans in the
Jean-Luc.
Dominion War.
Do you
Who are we
realize
to
you're in-
determine? What does he say? The admiral. What's the Doherty? Dougherty.
Yeah,
Ah,
Dougherty.
Yeah,
that guy.
Uh,
I hate
Dougherty.
that.
Who are we? Who are we to determine the next course of evolution for these people?
I don't like how he
But
says
Cisco Lieber made a good
Jean-Luc.
point about how like they're like this is a
Jean-Luc.
problem that's easily solvable and it's much more complicated than the
Jean-Luc,
movie
I'm an
presents it.
admiral who's always drunk. He was like the Orson Welles of admirals. I'm sorry.
And
to
the
say.
the stretchy face stuff where his eyes like stretch
Yeah.
too. I fucking hate that. That's one of the worst Star Trek moments in history.
That
That's
was
up there
so
with
funny in
Icheb's
the
eye.
theater. When I saw that in the theater, it was that movie came out in November, so it was kind of like right before Christmas. But I guess someone like brought their little kid to see that because like after there's like that face stretching and it kills the admiral, the shot kind of just like lingers on his dead body laying there in that bed, and it got really quiet, and then everyone in the theater heard like this one little kid, and he says, "Uh-oh, Ho Ho died." Like he thought that was like Santa Claus or something.
Oh my
It's really
God.
weird.
Ho, ho, die. Oh my
You know what? They should have said right before he died, Dougherty out.
But hey, if you don't like that death scene, that was a movie directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah.
But they
but
let the villain die. It's very un-Star Trek of them to let the bad
No,
guy die. They
no.
could have beamed him out.
Like I didn't know I didn't know all the behind the scenes bullshit with Star Trek Nemesis, but now that you sort of put it on blast, Fathery, I thank you
Who-
for that.
Who mentioned Amazon Lord of the Rings?
I did.
I did good, sir.
I have so much to say about this show. I am huge. I'm not like I don't read it every year, but I'm obsessed with. I've read it a lot.
I
Just
used
like
to
a
like
true
Lord of the
young
Rings
Starfleet
a
boy.
lot as a kid, and then I read Dune, and I'm like, oh, I like Dune more.
No, you can like them both, Fathery. What?
One can like both.
Look at this. This is most likely this is the city or the
The city of Castamere, I say.
no, it's
Of
called
Brodenheim. Brodenheim.
Jotunheim. Wasn't it? What was the one in what was it called in Suicide Squad?
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim,
Jotunheim.
which is also in Thor, right? Isn't Jotunheim
Yes.
where
Yeah.
where Loki's from?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
well,
absolutely
it was. It's from
That was my candle
Yeah,
from
Nordic.
mythology.
my sex
Nor-
candle.
It's from Norse and Germanic mythology, and
Right.
that was in Suicide Squad in the Suicide Squad, I should say, that was established by the Nazis, so that's why it had a Germanic name.
This is the castle of Bric-a-Brac
No, it's called
with the Dragons 3. I know nothing about Lord of the Rings. I can barely remember those movies.
All right. So I read this book called The Silmarillion, which is this is a city called Tyrion, most likely. Okay, so see these. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Shit, I don't know where I am. Hold on. All right, close that. All right, close that. All right, here we go. All right, see this weird thing that looks like a tree over here?
Yeah.
These two trees.
Is
right?
that the Tree of Life?
Sort of. These are I can't remember their names, but these are one tree is silver and one tree is made of gold, and they're basically the proto sun and the moon in the universe, and this is in the first age of like the universe. Ready? So
Well,
there's
it's-
this thing called Iluvatar or Iluvatar, I think that's how you say it. Iluvatar is God. God created like the universe, and the first iteration of the universe was this weird kind of song place where people sing songs and they're like, whoa, and then like the song was harmonious until this dude named Melkor created like a dissonant song, and then when that happened, like suddenly a land got created, and that's the first age, and this is Valinor. Valinor there's no sun yet. There's no like universe like we know it. The laws of the universe don't work as they do in our knowledge. So do I just sound like a weird person? Am I
Keep
No,
going.
Well,
no,
Okay.
I'm fascinated. Keep going.
I was excited to see the
No,
show.
no, keep going.
I
I'm
was.
fascinated.
Ruben's like,
It just
Boy,
it just seems very descriptive.
No, you have my attention. Don't listen to these. Don't listen
Okay.
to these. Keep
Wink
going.
and blink and a nod.
okay, so this is the first age. In the first age, there's this land called Valinor, and the elves were the first. Blue Spark's like, wow, in all caps. I'm sorry. I know a lot about this. I know a lot. Okay.
Page 1 of 1,000.
Page 1. It's true. It's true, PJ. Oh my god. Okay, in a nutshell, in this proto universe, the first age, these are the
I hear someone calling me. I'll be right back.
Ruben, don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my god, what a bitch. He's actually gone. What a fucker. Anyways, in the first age, so these two trees are the sources of like light. So there's a silver tree and a golden tree, right? And then there's this guy, the dissonant voice that I told you about earlier, Melkor, in his physical form becomes Morgoth. Morgoth enlists the help of the basically the great grandfather or grandmother of Shelob. Do you guys remember Shelob? Do you know who I'm
Hold
talking
on,
about?
I gotta take notes.
The spider, the big spider.
Do you remember the spider Shelob? Okay, imagine one 1,000 times bigger. That's known as Ungoliant. So Melkor and Ungoliant go to the two trees, and basically Ungoliant poisons the two trees, diminishing the light from the two trees, and devours the two trees. And you can see the fucking two trees right over here. So this image is fucking heavy. So this is likely Tyrion upon Tuna, and that is likely Galadriel, and those are the two trees. And this is a flashback to the first age, because Amazon does not have the rights to tell stories in the first age or in the Silmarillion. It can only tell stories about the second age, which is
Okay,
which is
but with
right.
with all that being said, what kind of fucking story do you think we're gonna get from Amazon?
I have no idea. It's gonna be amazing. I'm already impressed by this image. This image,
You know what?
to me, as a fan of the Lord of the Rings and Tolkien's universe, I'm impressed as fuck.
They're
At
gonna
this
do a
image.
whole year of
That's all I gotta say.
they're gonna do a little over a whole year of post production. 20
Oh.
episodes of this epic show in one
Wow.
season. 20 episodes. And you know what Captain Pike said? It's best to lower your expectations. That way you're not disappointed.
Yeah, it's true. I am already hyped though, because there's a lot for people who've read the Silmarillion and all of the Lord of the Rings and like know the stories of like Luthien and Beren and like
That's
just
the problem. They're gonna be nitpicking everything that
No,
they do.
'cause the second age-
because people always have it in their head what it's supposed to be because they know
So
the books.
I haven't read much of the Christopher Tolkien and company, like you know the stuff after J.R.R. Tolkien, but I understand that the Second Age will probably deal with a lot of stuff in those books, or in that world. It's a Second Age story. We don't know anything. The First Age, I think they're saving for the cinema, because you want to see Morgoth on the big screen. Morgoth is like Sauron's daddy, basically. If you guys think Sauron was like evil, Morgoth was like the first evil in.
Yeah,
in-
Sauron is just his one of his lieutenants. He's not
Yeah,
even
exactly.
his only lieutenant.
Yeah,
He's just, like, one
Morgoth
of
is
his
the
minions.
fucking real shit, and you want to see that in IMAX. You don't want to see that on an Amazon show.
I want to see more goth, not less goth.
Wow.
Sorry about that. I didn't
That's
mean to.
crazy, man.
I didn't think I was actually funny.
Should we
That was
should we end the show tonight with a scene reading? And should we read something
I-
from
Why are you trying to end the show so early?
Yeah,
Lord of the
like,
Rings,
I was like, done.
Ninja
But I was like,
Turtles?
yo, it's an hour and 39 minutes. We're done. Sohail just went full nerd on.
No,
Lord
I'm
of the-
just saying, like, whenever you are ready to end, should we end it that way?
What? Yeah, I want to do a scene reading. We haven't done one. Should we do from Lord of the Rings?
The thing is, if we don't plan it out, we always like spend so long trying to find it at the end, and then it doesn't work out well. We do better when we like pick it ahead of time.
Ramon. Oh my gosh, it's always a game of chess with the Ark. What? I don't know what that means. Explain yourself. That's cool. Do you want a link to be on the show? I just went on a whole Lord of the Rings. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Make it show.
That was impressive. That was really, really impressive. I've never heard somebody geek out about the Lord of the Rings like that. That was impressive. Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to it because I grew up with the Lord of the Rings movies, so and I watched the I used to watch the Lord of the Rings like right around Christmas or on Christmas, and I just recently bought the extended editions. So I'm gonna actually start watching the extended editions around Christmas now. So
I've had the extended editions for like 15 years, and I made it through.
Oh my god!
Half of the first film.
Yeah. No, but I was just complimenting you on your nerdness for Lord of the Rings. You really.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to invite my friend on. I don't know if he'll come on, but he's more of a Lord of the Rings nerd than I am, and he's watching this, and I'm like so excited right now. I'm just like super hyped. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah, no,
did you know Christopher Lee read the Lord of the Rings every single year from?
Yeah.
Didn't he know Tolkien? Like they
I
knew
think
each
he
other.
may have known it. Yeah, it's insane. Lord of the Rings is epic. It's a part of human, like it's a human thing. Like it's big, and you know that Spock even Leonard Nimoy did the song, the Hobbit song.
Yes, I've heard that. That's crazy.
And Leonard Nimoy could not fucking sing, but that didn't stop him from trying.
Lord of the Rings is completely lifted from a previous
What?
story.
The Bible, basically.
No, from a previous story called the King of the Jewelry.
Well, it actually
King of the
does
Bling.
borrow a lot from mythology.
Yeah,
You're
100%.
just speaking
Tolkien
about
said
Norse mythology.
if I'm not mistaken, Tolkien said that England didn't really have like a mythology per se, and so he wanted to create the whole thing about Lord of the Rings is he wanted to create a mythology that England could own. Like it was an English his idea of what an English mythology should have
Imagine that the English wanted to own,
or maybe I should say. I mean, could that include Scotland? Because I feel like hobbits are more like Scottish people than they are like English people. I don't know. What do you think?
Wow.
I think that's. I think
Racist
you're gonna.
Racist, yeah, racist.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
It got
Geezer.
spicy
I
up
take
in
that.
here.
I take that back.
I'm just kidding.
I
do
want to
quite
be
a lot
Scottish.
here.
I'm
Piece of hell,
a
there's one of them
I'm a
here.
Scottish wannabe, by the way. FYI, I want to be Scottish.
Scottish one.
I-
Is that why you
I was-
sleep in a bed of haggis?
Yes, it's true. I sleep in It's what explains my youthful looks. Is I sleep in haggis.
That's why I only slept over at your house at one time. I was like, I don't want to sleep in the haggis.
So I can feel something warm in the bed. Oh, it's haggis.
Is there such a thing as a haggis curry? I feel like that would be delicious.
Oh, there is. There's curry everything.
Curry
Yeah, you
everything.
can carry anything.
I thought you were going to say, is there such a thing as a haggis bed?
I don't know why I thought of curry. Oh, maybe because I'm brown. Anyways,
That's racist.
no, I'm the person. I'm the
Well, he
race.
said
It's
too.
fine.
Oh, okay. I
It's
get
me.
it.
I'm brown. I
Tonight's
promise.
I stand
special
corrected.
episode of Starfleet.
All right.
I
Anyways,
love curry. I have to eat curry like once a week at least.
you
I had the curry
have to
tonight,
eat it
actually.
like it's forced upon you.
No, I mean like I love it so.
Socialism.
Oh,
Hashtag
okay.
socialism.
All right. So, anyways,
everybody in my
as you
family,
can, go ahead.
on my mother's side, we can handle all the spicy stuff. My father's side, they can't eat any of that shit. So like, I'm in the middle where I eat too much. I'm like, gotta take that antacid. Anywho, sorry about that. Go ahead.
I love spicy food. I'm a spicy food eater. Like 9 times out of 10, if I go to a restaurant and they have something spicy, I'm gonna order the spiciest thing on the menu.
That's how you got that fiery beard.
I eat hot wings from this wing place every Sunday. I get their ghost pepper wings.
And then you accidentally touch your eye, and you're like, no.
Oh no, you do not touch anything until you wash your hands. Like you don't.
Yeah, they'll go to the toilet.
Yeah, don't touch your balls. Don't touch your anything.
I ate-
don't
I ate
go.
these
Have
suicide
have we
wings.
talked about
Finger bang your
John
lady
Cena?
friend,
Have we
like,
talked
don't-
about John Cena's balls enough tonight? By the way, did
I
you
brought
see
it
how
up, yeah.
they were
used to
like?
they used to sell. Can I just say that?
I've had a picture of them
Okay.
up on my other computer.
They used to sell these. They used to sell these like dangerously hot chicken wings at the supermarket, like frozen ones. That like you put even more hot stuff over it. Plus they have like a garlic thing, like I guess to cool you down. But
And it
anyway,
came with a loaded gun. Dangerously hot.
no, I'm not. It actually has a warning on the box of like it has a bunch of peppers like telling you like this is serious shit. And I felt like I was in the last round of hot wings. Like I actually like forced myself to eat it. I was like enjoying. I was getting high. I was literally getting a high off it. It was that fucking spicy. And it
Oh,
was
I
like-
have to.
It was one of these things where you keep doing it and you're like, why am I doing this? Why do I keep eating these wings? But it's so good yet so fucking painful at the same time. Isn't it weird? It's like sadistic.
Guys, my text message audience sent a correction. Can I put it on the screen real quick?
Oh god, what did we say now?
What was that?
There. Okay, my text message audience is
I
predicting.
knew you were getting something wrong.
Wow, Fathery, thanks
I
for the
didn't say
faith.
anything. I was out there quiet and let you do your thing.
They said there's a possibility that this is the city of Valmar or like this fortress, whatever, Valmar. But I disagree because I think the Valmar is on the heels of the two trees, and Tyrion is, by the way, Game of Thrones connection. Tyrion is the little fella.
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
Anyways, but anyway, I think the city of Tyrion. Wow, Fathery
Cancel
left.
Starfleet boy.
Anyway, Tyrion is further away from the two trees. I think Valmar would be like right up on the two trees. So I don't think this is Valmar. I think this is Tyrion. Just saying.
I think this is Quackar. But y'all, you probably haven't read that book.
Wait, Fathery, have you finished Masters of the Universe at last? Have you caught up finally?
So 2 weeks ago it premiered. 2 weeks ago it premiered, and then last week, I only watched the first episode the day it came out. And last week you asked me if I watched any more, and I said no. Well, guess what? Last night I actually watched the first episode again, and I haven't seen anything after that.
Holy shiitake mushrooms. Welcome to your first Starfleet Boy After Dark, Moni Mayar, which by the way makes you basically like
Wow.
you could be Gandalf or whoever the F you want, whatever. I don't care. You're the Gandalf of the show. Gandalf, welcome.
Thank you. I finally made it to one of these.
Oh,
Yes,
shall
I'm so
scream.
glad. This is the person who knows more about the Lord of the Rings than
Then Tolkien himself.
the token himself.
That'll be kind of disturbing. What do you think?
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheer. Oh yes, you're drinking. Cheers to you too. Everyone, welcome Moni Mayar.
Hey, man.
Welcome.
Good to see you all.
What do you think
But
of
on
the
that note, guys, I'm going to shoot off because it's getting quite
What?
early here. So
Geek and Review? I know it's in Scotland.
Kurt
it is
Smith's
currently.
a curse.
What time is it? 5 in the morning. What are you doing with the rest of your day, Geek and Review?
I'll probably just stalk some people from high school on Facebook and then get a decaf latte.
Okay, a decaf latte, and then when do you sleep?
Well, that's my business. I'm just watching you review.
Scottish people turn into a dense fog when they need to rest. They just turn into a dense fog.
They turn
And
into
just lie
candles.
about 30 centimeters above the ground. It's
Geek,
good.
Yeah.
before you go, could you really quickly shout out your channel, tell us what's new on there and what to look for and where and what videos to go to?
Yeah, I've done a bunch
I'm also
of new...
going to put you full screen, so maybe you should come back on cam.
Give me a sec.
All right. He's like,
Sorry, I wasn't planning on going back on camera.
damn, I didn't.
You
I'm
need-
already in
that's
my
another
pajamas. I took
another
off my
$5.
shirt. There he is.
You got my ball gag in.
John Cena's balls.
John Cena's balls in my mouth.
So yeah, if you want to find me, you can find me at the Geek in Review on YouTube or the Geeks Reviews on Twitter. I've done a load of Suicide Squad content this week, and I've got loads of Star Trek stuff lined up as well for the next week or so.
It would have been funny if you would have stopped there. I got a lot of suicides, and that's it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of
Sleep
Suicide
people
Squad.
wondering, like, what the
I don't know if that's funny or
insurance.
But thanks for coming on. We missed you, and it's weird for you to expect to be up at these weird hours, but I'm glad you're here. So thank you. So
Yeah,
have a good night.
Good seeing you as always, guys. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So did you see the Suicide Squad by any chance? Is that interesting to you, Moni?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you should see it. It's pretty good. Did you like the movie 300?
Yeah.
Then I think you'll like Suicide
recall
Squad.
it.
What does
What?
one have to do with the other?
What is that?
Okay, explain the connection now.
That
Okay,
doesn't make
first of all,
sense.
Moni.
Yes, please.
Moni, you already know Ruben. You already know Ruben over there, Ruben. This is PJ. Wait, how am I doing this? I can't do this right. Anyways, this is I've been drinking. This is PJ over here. Fathery's gone, and that's
I know
Marcelo. And
You're-
Fathery's on
you're right
twice.
there.
Yeah,
You just have to do the opposite way. See?
Yeah.
The opposite
Oh.
way. There's Ruben. There's
Wait,
you.
can we
there's
do the
Ruben,
ET?
there's you.
Okay, now.
PJ, can we do the ET touch?
Oh, see, I fucked up.
Elliot.
All right, cool. I've known Moni. Moni's like a friend of mine. He's my best friend, whatever. But he's like someone I've known
No,
since he was
isn't-
like,
Friend.
9 basically, and now he's like a man of 77 or something like that. So
Ruben, Marcelo, and me were like, "Oh, he's your best friend.
yeah, he's like my real
Oh.
best. This
He's
is-
your real
well,
best friend, is it?"
His brother is also.
He has tiers of best friends.
Yeah, I do. It's
You
true.
need to him to walk through the grading system.
Okay.
So
Mo-
so wait a minute. So you just mentioned the grading system. So what's Ruben's number then? If you grade your best friends on the grading system.
Ruben is third grade props. Third grade
Ruben
props.
is a galactic hero, is he not?
And he's also a galactic hero, which is
That's
like
right,
it's insane. There's basically Ruben can do whatever he wants. I try to control him, and he sometimes acquiesces, but I have no power.
You should see
Ruben-
what I'm doing under my desk on his OnlyFans channel. It's incredible.
Yeah, and then Moni Mayar makes the part about the Mayar makes him like someone who's like 700 billion years old. So that's a weird thing, but we can't talk about that. But I've known Moni's like basically he's simply the best. I don't know how else to describe
Simply
it.
the best.
And his brother's also simply the best. So there's two of
Better
them. There's
than
two.
all the rest.
That's it. That's all. But he's been on Starfleet Boy regular. This is his first time on Starfleet Boy After Dark. It's kind of cool. We're popping his Starfleet Boy After Dark cherry. You should watch the Suicide Squad because everyone in this panel who's here right now loves it.
Okay.
But you don't have to give in to peer pressure.
Yeah, don't
No.
give in to peer pressure as well.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
In
if you're
fact,
gonna-
don't
no,
watch
no,
it.
No, if you're
Fuck
gonna,
these guys.
if you're gonna watch a film, don't listen to us. Make up your own goddamn mind.
But as far as the new, so what do you think of the Amazon Lord of the Rings? What are your like initial thoughts on it?
I'm super stoked about it. I was skeptical, but as soon as I saw that photo, it alleviated all my fears.
Is it because of all the crazy shit I was talking about just a few minutes?
Yeah, I think we're kind of in alignment on this. My expectations are higher now, but maybe that's a bad thing.
Yeah, no, I know. I think it'll deliver. I don't know. It has a good vibe to it.
So I don't know if you've already covered this topic, but on book adaptations, I think Lord of the Rings is the rare occurrence where like some people actually like the movies better than the film. Where do people fall on this? No, sorry, the movies, but like the movies better than the books.
Yeah, the books. Yeah.
I like I like the movies better than the books. I tried to get into the books, but I kept failing. So no, and the movies have a special place in my heart because I grew up watching them with my family around the holidays. So there's that too. And I'm just a giant Peter Jackson fan. So
I read the first 2 pages of Fellowship and I said, "No, the movie's better."
And when he says giant Peter Jackson fan, he means like
God,
he's literally
yeah.
like 25
Imagine
feet
how
tall.
people would feel about the Silmarillion.
I
yeah.
jizz in my pants. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, but whatever. I'm a weird person.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're just saying this now, really? Come on, really?
um. Okay. No, I can't. I can't go there. I'm in love. I live in. I'm in love with the Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson. Okay, I hated Peter Jackson because the first. I'm getting drunk.
Why did you? Okay. Why did you hate Peter Jackson? Come on,
You
say
can
it. Come on.
forget
You gotta
about the
sell him out.
Hobbit trilogy.
No, okay. So the
No,
reason
I-
I didn't like Peter Jackson was because do you know the Muppet parody he made? Do you guys know about that at
No.
all?
No.
Meet the Feebles.
Meet the
Where he-
Feebles.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'm a huge Muppets fan, and I saw that shit, and I was so offended. I was so offended. I was like, "This is garbage."
Were you a kid?
I was an adult. How old was I when Meet the
He was
Feebles came out?
38.
I was like, no, I wasn't that old. I was like
This
in my
is 2 weeks
20s.
ago.
I was
This
in my
is 2 weeks
20s.
ago, PJ.
So Hill is still a kid.
What?
So Hill is still a kid.
I'm not. Yes, I am
He
still
saw
a kid.
me.
It's true.
He
It's
saw
true. It's true.
the People's 2 weeks ago. I was like, what the fuck? Ah, Peter Jackson.
I saw Meet the Feebles. I was so offended, and I dismissed Peter Jackson. I was like, I'm not even gonna watch the film with Michael J. Fox. What was that one called?
The
one-
Frighteners?
The Frighteners. Yeah, I
Frighteners
wasn't.
is amazing.
I know people love it, but I refuse to watch it because of Meet the Feebles. So I was like, no.
That makes no sense.
And his other movie, Brain Dead.
I like
zombie film.
I like probably most people saw the Ralph Bakshi Hobbit animation films when I was a kid, and so I was really into that. Like I was super like attached to that, and then so Lord of the Rings, like I hadn't read it yet, but I was like into it from those animations, and so like whatever. The last person I expected to direct Lord of the Rings was Peter Jackson, but I had to take it seriously because I'd read the books at that point, and I was like, oh my god, who? Peter Jackson, Meet the Feebles, got Lord of the Rings, and I was like, no. I was so upset. I was probably like the fandom menace of the time, and I was just like not into it. And then I went to see it, and I was like basically crying from the beginning to the end of the Fellowship of the Rings. I was like, this is perfect. Like he captured the spirit of like Lord of the
He
Rings.
hated it so much he was crying for 3 hours.
You hated it? What?
No, I'm saying you hated it so much you were
No,
crying for 3
no,
hours.
I was loving it
How
so
could
much
he
that
do this?
I was loving it so much that I was crying. I was like, this man has a pure love for this. Like he right down to casting Saruman as I don't know. It's just
Do you
like,
know who he originally
I hated
wanted to
the first
cast
one
for
when I
Aragorn?
saw it.
wait, sorry, what's that?
Do you know who he
sorry.
originally wanted to cast for Aragorn?
Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh no,
Oh
no.
my God.
We really dodged a bullet with that one.
Really?
Come on this journey with me.
Could you imagine?
I didn't like the Fellowship when I saw it in theaters. It's like there's all this hype around it. I'm like, it looks good, and I was like, man, this movie fucking sucks. But I like the other two, and in retrospect I appreciate Fellowship now. But I didn't get it. Like it was like Harry Potter, the first one. I was just like, this is stupid. Everything here is stupid. I don't like any of this shit. And then the franchise grew on me. I think the fourth one is probably the one I like the most.
Yeah, no, Harry Potter really kicks into high gear.
Oh yeah,
with
after the
Prisoner of
fourth one.
Azkaban. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban
Azkaban,
is
yeah.
the one where it gets more serious. It gets serious.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, Lord of the Rings is a wonderful science fiction, tale. So I just love it. I just really love it. But I have, with a lot of things that I watch, I have a lot of emotional connections to them. Like most of the people on this panel know. So
That's
um,
okay, Marcel. That's I feel like most people watch things with
Whack.
emotional connection.
oh,
What
shut up.
yak? Yak
Shut up,
face?
Ruben.
Whack.
Shut up, Ruben. Shut up, Ruben.
Emotions, whack.
I'm not cool because I have emotions. You're wounding me, Ruben. Oh, I can't take this
Fucking
anymore.
humans.
All right, I guess, are we reading? Is that what we're gonna do? There's how many of us are there? I can't count. I'm getting drunk. I can't even finish this last martini. Can I finish this martini?
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I? No, I can't drink it too fast. I have to slowly drink it.
Well, slow. Sip. Don't chug.
That martini's actually juice from Starro's eye.
Oh my god, sorry. Moni, sorry, we're gonna spoil things for you. We're just spoilers over here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is so exciting for me. Like the fact that all you people are here together is just so exciting for me. This is better than it's kind of better than Lord of the Rings.
I'm here too, by the way.
I know. What have you been doing,
Thanks for
Father?
ruining it.
Come on, man. We were. Excuse me.
Moni, I'm going to Star Trek Chicago. Are you going?
Excuse me. We're
What
having
is
a
that?
moment.
It's
What?
oh my shit. Have I not told you about it? Oh, what? Okay, so April 8th through the 8th, 9th, 10. No, it's the not. It's oh shit. April of next year. There's the first official Star Trek convention, held by the same people who do Star Wars Celebration. Is taking place in Chicago. I'm going to send you immediately information so you can get tickets if you. Oh no, you can't. We already talked about this. Never mind. There's a reason you can't go. But next year for part 2, we'll be. Never mind. I already.
2023.
Yes, 2023. But anyways, I'll be at the first one. I'll scout it out for you. I'll let you know how it is. Fathery might be there too. Or did you get your tickets, Fathery?
The future.
Ruben, are you going to Star Trek Chicago?
No, I'm banned from Chicago. I'm just kidding.
Marcelo, do you think you can make it?
No,
Marcello.
not unless you pay my ticket and my hotel bill.
Can you do a GoFundMe?
No, I don't have enough balls to do that.
Or
If I pay my
interest?
ticket, I'll sleep on the streets like a vagabond.
No, I mean I have interest, but I really feel uncomfortable when people do stuff for me because that makes me feel beholden to them.
We'll talk
And-
offline.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Chewbacca at the Han Solo.
and I already feel beholden to you for a million other crap.
We'll
so
talk
I don't-
offline.
I don't want to.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. Anyways, the point is, yes, I will be there, and Fathery will too. That's the only 2 people I know who are coming. PJ might come. Maybe.
I'll be there, but I'm kind of worried about it
What are you worried
Why?
about?
because, well, for one, like they haven't
It's only
announced
3 people.
anyone but like 3 guests, which is
First of all, Gates McFadden is one of the guests they announced, and I'm like, yes, 100%.
yeah,
for
but
her.
I've already seen her like 5 times.
I
so-
haven't. I've only seen her once. Next is Michelle Hurd, who I love, and that's Rafi, by the way. Ruben.
We know,
For those
we know.
Yeah,
No, I love Michelle Hurd. She's awesome.
she's
I don't know
pretty
about
awesome.
her character though.
Moni, you saw Star Trek Picard. You get a 1 minute to
Look at
tell us what you
you.
thought of it. You-
Sitting in
That's,
your
that's
house,
out of nowhere.
drinking
You get-
your wine, Picard.
Moni, you'll get this. This is my show, so you have to. So, all right. So, 1 minute. What did you think of Picard?
I'm not prepared to answer that question right now.
What? Oh my God! This is so
on!
impressive. Come on! Like, okay, 2 seconds. 2 seconds, Picard.
2 seconds?
Yeah,
2 seconds. Answer.
10 seconds, Picard.
I don't
Oh my God! What? We haven't talked about
Do it
Picard,
like the
have
Roman.
we?
The,
We debriefed on Picard after we watched, like immediately.
We
after.
did debrief.
Yeah.
But I felt.
I love Picard.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in over a year.
Okay.
Okay.
Just watch. Don't watch the season finale. Watch Nepenthe.
Wait a minute.
Don't watch the
Somebody
season
sneezing.
finale.
Bless
Why
who,
not?
whoever that was.
Just don't watch it. It's
But
fine.
I've seen it.
I'm just kidding.
No, actually,
re-
the Pente. The
PJ's like, what's going on? I don't know. PJ's like, this is my opportunity.
I'm also eyeing some really good shit, man.
I have had 2 martinis. I'm on my third. I don't know if I should continue to drink my third martini.
yeah. Do you think the season finale of Picard would have worked better if they hadn't put him in that golem right away? If they would have.
No, I love the golem. I love the
Yeah,
golem.
gonna say
Dude, the
I thought you were gonna
Golem
say-
was the least of their problems.
Okay,
I thought you were gonna
yeah.
say if it would have worked better if they hadn't done the 9 previous episodes.
What? No,
I was gonna say
that's incorrect. That is the incorrect answer. That is the incorrect answer.
I acknowledge.
Would have
that
been
I'm
better if it
stepping-
didn't happen.
No,
Uh,
that is the. Those are both incorrect answers.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go in timeout. I'm gonna go bang my head up against the wall now.
Star Trek. I'll tell you, and I'm gonna be so. As a lover of Picard and Star Trek, I love it. Love. Like
Rafi,
love.
I'm gonna use you, but I don't care about your drinking problem. You just let her stumble all over the place. He doesn't give a shit about her. He doesn't go and
I love
talk to her at any point.
Picard.
This
Te
is
quiero
all right.
mucho.
Where Picard, the only place Picard messed up is Riker should have been on the Enterprise E. That's the only thing it messed up on. No one cares about. I love the Zhang He story. I love who it's based on and everything, but it should have been the Enterprise E showing up at the end, and the fleet should have been more varied. And that's all. Those are the only critiques I have about Star Trek
But
Picard.
shouldn't have been a
really put
Band-Aids
Band-Aids on
at
them?
that point?
Wait, sorry,
Riker
Moni, go
should have
ahead.
been revealed to be a
It should have been,
Klingon.
like that's like years and years after like Nemesis, right? It'd be another model of the Enterprise.
No, it should have been the Enterprise. She can serve. You know what? The 1701 serve. The 1701 and the refit serve for almost 100 years. Like if you
one though.
how much? What?
100 years.
Yeah,
100 years?
almost. When was she commissioned
No.
with Robert April? What was the
The
start date?
2240s, I believe.
And then when
late-
was she decommissioned in Star?
2245.
And when was she decommissioned in Star Trek 6?
22.
That was a different Enterprise, fool. That wasn't even the same shit.
No, he's including that.
Still, I'm including the Enterprise's like gamut. Like that's fine. When was
That's
she?
a different Enterprise, though.
Okay, when was she scuttled in Star Trek 3? What year was that?
85.
So from where to when?
40 years. That's 40 years. Out of 40
That's a
years.
long time. Why can't the Enterprise E have
But
40
doesn't
years?
doesn't the admiral say, or whoever that guy is, he briefs them and he goes, "She's 30 years old."
He says she's 20 years old, which doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That doesn't jive, as Kirk would say.
Yeah.
With the established facts.
How old is the E in comparison? How long did she serve film-wise? From she served from Star Trek Insurrection. No, First Contact. First Contact. Only to Nemesis, as far as we know. We don't know anything else after
Well,
that.
she went on to have many more voyages after that, me son.
How many years?
She sailed into
after
the stars.
Nemesis is Picard.
What?
How many years after Nemesis is Picard?
20.
19 years.
19 years.
Riker should have been a secret Klingon,
Oh,
and the baby he had with Troy could make a bat'leth out of psychic energy.
The most interesting thing about Picard season 2, it's going to be the first Star Trek show to take place in the 25th century, like to be set.
Like right in New Year's, basically.
I don't know if it's going to be new, but I would assume like when we see them next, it's going to be 2500. No, I mean it's 2400. Sorry, the year 2400.
yeah, I'm really excited for Picard season 2 because of Terry Metalis. I am really excited.
Mark
for
Bernardin.
And Mark Bernardin.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to screw it up again, man.
yeah,
I just
No,
don't
but
know if they're going to mess it up, man.
I am as I'm watching Star Trek Picard season 2. I'll try to project Ruben out of my head as I'm watching it.
I think Ruben's gonna see the first episode of season 2 of Picard and say, "Oh my god, they fixed it! It's perfect!"
Oh my
And
god!
he's gonna go crazy, and then it's gonna be like
I'm gonna
downhill from
watch an
there.
entirely different show.
Moni Mayer, Blue Spark says, "What about the Silmarils?" I have a question for you, and it's okay if you don't remember correctly because it's been many years, for me as well. But what age is the Silmarils? It's like it's the first age, right?
They're created by Fëanor.
Fëanor, right?
Yeah, after he crosses.
Is Fëanor what becomes Sauron?
No.
No, okay.
He is an elf who rebels against the.
That's right.
I forget what it is exactly, but he took a group of elves and they crossed Mountain
think you
Range
know Lord of
into a
the
forbidden
Rings.
area.
What?
You don't know Lord of the Rings shit.
I remember the passage you speak of in the book.
The Silmarillions epic. I swear to you, when I read it, I was like, "Oh, I read the Bible when I was a kid, but this is my new Bible." I don't know. I know. I'm sorry. It's true though. It's so good. The Silmarillion, like J.R. Tolkien, I think was devout Christian, if I'm not mistaken. He was a very he and C.S. Lewis were hanging out at the same time at like this bar or something like that, and they created this mythology for England. So it's based on a lot of religion. There's a lot. It's weird. I don't know.
They were both Catholic.
They were both Catholic. I was raised Catholic, so I don't know. Maybe I get it.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
Holy Iluvatar.
Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
But Blue, oh my gosh, I love that you know about the Silmarils, because the Silmarils, Fëanor created these rings, right? Nenya is one, and what are the other ones? What are all the rings? Do you remember
Business?
The
Nenya business.
The Nenya business ring?
the cock
Gives you
ring,
10% discount
No,
at all
the gold ring.
There's no cock ring, PJ. That's not a thing.
Cockling! He's wearing the cockling! Run!
What? Is Fathery still walking Amos?
There's two fatheries. There's a mirror fathery
No,
and the real one.
He uses the sound of this thing to ward off attackers. All my crazy friends.
You guys, all I gotta say is when Amazon airs the series, this is the channel to be on to talk about this series, the Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really fun, and I'm really excited to see it, and I hope that it works for Amazon because they're making a huge investment.
I can't imagine that. But is Peter Jackson involved at all?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
No,
wow.
he isn't.
Oh wow, it's astonishing to me.
No,
Why
isn't-
would he
no,
be
but
after
isn't-
what he did, though?
Isn't
He's had enough.
Weta helping with the special effects, or that's not?
I have a question. Did you guys? Did everyone here seen Lord of the Rings? What did you guys think of the Hobbit films?
I've
I
never
don't
They
seen
the Hobbit
suck.
films. I don't like the Hobbit films.
I am very disappointed, and I actually kind of liked the first one, but
I
after
like
that,
the Misty Mountains song.
I like the desolation of Smeaug.
Meow.
I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
You've never seen the movies, Ruben? Martian Poirot?
No, I think he's.
No,
just
I've seen Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
But I've never watched. I've never watched The Hobbit though.
Oh, you haven't seen the Hobbit.
None of the Hobbit movies.
I don't like them.
Desolation
Yeah.
Smog is actually good.
When
When
I
he's
went from
fucking
being
in
one
gold,
movie to 2 movies to 3
he's in the
movies, I gave
gold.
up.
So good.
Yeah.
I like Return of the King out of the original. I think that's the best one because of they got like ghost power at the end. And they, like, hey, we got ghost friends.
The
Go-
Slimer Army.
and there's like Slimer Army.
No, from
And it's
from
like
a tech-
dun-dun-dun-dun.
I like the part where she's like, "I am no man." That was like the first feminist thing I felt like.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'm no man.
And
Like,
if YouTubers existed back then, they'd be like,
Fuck, she's woke as fuck.
"Why are people awake and woke?"
why are people awake and woke?
No, this is nonsense, isn't it? To get views and clicks to pay your bills.
Fucking agenda to make things equal.
Agenda. I'm a white man and get wiped out here, man. Help me out. Super chat below.
Oh my goodness. All right, I think. Do we have anything else to talk about tonight? Moni Mayar, do you have anything else to add to the conversation?
I
won't be long. I won't be alive much longer if this woke agenda continues to I can't do it. To run rampant on
Father's
Hollywood.
trying to
Well,
get back on.
you might have exhausted this topic already, but how do you?
No, I think we have.
How do
I
you
just
feel about Q coming back?
what?
How do you
Q.
feel about Q coming back?
Oh yes, thank you.
I'm
Good question.
I'm curious about the whole.
You're curious with a key.
But they're
Curious.
doing that thing where he's setting us up pretty well. Like he said over and over again, this is a different Q. It's not the same dude. He's probably like all mature and shit. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking when he comes back into Picard's life, like he himself would have aged like thousands, maybe even millions of years, and has actually lived like. And he's literally just going back to a point in time to visit Picard before he
I hope
goes
they
away
bring
for
back
good.
the Q baby from Voyager, the kid.
I hope
He's like
Q is
smoking
not done.
cigarettes. He's like, fuck the
What Q
continuum,
baby?
Q.
What Q baby? There's no
Fuck it
Q.
all.
Q had a son
There's no Q
with
baby.
Vosh.
Yeah, Q had a son.
Q Junior.
Q had a son, sir. Watch
Moni.
Star Trek, sir.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That's right. That
Okay.
fucking waste of space from Voyager. That
By the
idiot.
way, I haven't gotten to those. What season is that? Because I haven't gotten to it. Blue says
That's the
OMG
season
Q.
7.
Oh, I'm a ways from
The
that.
name
I'm
of the
on
episode
season
is
5.
Q2.
Wow, I love you, Father. Blue says OMG Q is dying, I believe. No.
It could
Q
be-
can't die.
It
No.
could be that he's lived like literally like millennia
No.
shit, or however
No.
long.
I don't
And he's
know.
coming back for one last
No.
hurrah.
No.
One last-
I've read about
He-
this, man. Continuum herpes.
No. What? No. No.
It gets-
Q
it
is
gets-
not dying.
It gets
Q-
4 out of
He
every
better
5
die.
Q.
If
What?
he doesn't die, if Q does not die, I'm gonna cancel my Paramount Plus subscription.
Shut up!
How
No.
could Q die?
No. Why is Blue? You're the worst. Get off my
John
channel.
Delancey did reiterate that this is his last time playing
No.
in season
No.
2. It's not going to happen in season 2. Don't worry, he's already in season 3. So
It's gonna no. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen in season 3.
No.
he's gonna sacrifice himself. There's another godlike
He'll-
being that only
he's-
Q can help defend the galaxy
He'll
against.
reincarnate. It's just like the Dalai Lama or something.
Yeah.
No. I can't handle this conversation about Q. I can't do it. No.
He
not
comes
gonna-
back as
I'm
the-
already
yeah.
crying. I'm crying.
He comes back in the body of a good guy doll. And,
No, Blue, I reject your hypothesis and replace it with my. I'm so drunk.
Yeah,
All right, I'm back. Okay.
I think Q's gonna be pregnant with Picard's baby.
No,
He's
none of
gonna
that's.
give birth to a tiny Data.
What is happening on
So
this
it's gonna be
show?
like baby Data,
This show's
baby
out of
Yoda,
control.
but with Data.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Moni, the
Hashtag
episode
baby
you're on
Yoda.
is the
in the
most
lower
insane
decks,
we've
you
ever
can
had.
see
Wait,
There's
what?
I think Avery Brooks is showing up.
I would love that, actually.
I think that's
I
a
don't-
Did you
surprise that's not
He won't
out
even
yet.
show up for a documentary. I don't know if he'll show up.
He
for
said he's
a-
been
TV
Sirach often said he's been blacklisted from Hollywood, or so he
What does
claims.
that mean? No.
It means nobody wants to work with him for whatever
No,
reason.
he's great. Everyone
But I-
should work with Avery.
Well,
Brooks.
I think there's
I like the
some
dog.
health reasons for that.
Did you see his interview in the Captain's documentary?
Yes.
He's a bit
He's
like off the
insane.
wall, dude. Like he's
No,
not like
he's
he used to
great.
be.
He's
He ain't
great.
like
He's
he used to
playing.
be.
He's playing music. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's
So,
I
still
think he has,
he's still a cool cat,
He
man. I'm
lives
just
in.
saying.
He's like living jazz music.
He is. He really
I-
is.
Yeah, he's like jazz music in a person.
You have another guest star on.
Hi. Hello, Asha. That's Asha, by the way.
Cutie pie.
Here, can we pull her first screen? Hold on. Bye, Asha.
Say hi.
Hi, Asha. Oh, what a cutie.
Does she
Look
only
at-
speak German?
Yes. It's appropriate. This episode is called. Do you know who Flula Borg is, Moni?
No.
Oh. I'll send you some links. Why does no one know who Flula
Hey,
Borg
He's not.
is?
He's famous, but he's not
Who
that
cares?
famous.
Who cares?
He's like
Hey,
he's like
so,
Conan
can I tell you
O'Brien.
something?
Not a lot of people know who that is.
Yeah, I don't care.
So, hell, can I tell you
Like
something?
James Corden.
Hold
Like-
on, Father wants. Go ahead, Father.
I think Avery Brooks might have some substance abuse issues, and that's why like people don't want to work with him. That's why he doesn't want to do like appearances and stuff.
How do you know that?
That's
Jazz in a person.
Well,
What do you?
he got that DWI a couple
Oh,
years ago. And then, like,
DUI.
he
That
hasn't.
was like 20 years ago.
Father, he
No,
sells him
5
cocaine.
years ago.
Father, he sells Avery Brooks all his cocaine. And it's his only customer, and Father, he makes $250,000 a year.
No, $250,000.
Hold on.
So wait a minute. So
No,
wait,
we are
if
not
you
here to make fun.
Yeah, so
That's
so
sad.
If you make $250,000 a year, what are you doing on this show? What the hell are you doing here?
Okay, so we'll stay away from speculating about Avery Brooks, but I will just say that if he does have issues, I'm sure he's seeking help. There's a awesome.
Maybe he doesn't want help. Maybe we don't know anything about the man. To
By
be
the way,
perfectly honest. we
even
have
though
no
I'm
idea. Nobody actually has any
This
idea
is
what
gonna
Avery
sound
Brooks
horrible.
is doing.
He
That's
still
how-
thinks he's the prophet, bro.
PJ, this is gonna sound horrible. Even though I've been drinking tonight and I seem pretty drunk, there's the Betty Ford. Go ahead, Moni.
What?
What were you say?
I didn't
This
say anything.
content is too hot to handle.
Avery Brooks gets fucked and wrecked on cocaine.
No, stop
Walks
it.
around,
Stop.
he walks
Stop.
around his house naked.
I
going,
ban you. I ban
am
you.
the prophet. I am the fucking prophet.
I ban you
motherfuckers."
all from talking about Avery Brooks. All right, that's it. I ban Avery Brooks conversation.
Ain't no Powerade gonna stop me.
No power race. No, none of the power race. You're all banned. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Moni?
He looks at a bunch of prostitutes he's got. He's like, which one wants to open up her?
No,
worm
banned.
hole?"
Banned.
Yeah.
Ruben, I'm gonna ban you in a second. Avery Brooks is about to ban you. I'm just gonna ban you.
Okay.
You're gonna get banned from the show.
Dude, you gotta get control of the situation.
We're not gonna be able to read from a script tonight because
Yeah.
I'm too drunk. I'm too hype on Lord of the Rings. Moni's here and I'm way too excited. Ruben's acting like the weirdest fool I've ever seen him act like, which is like he's definitely not playing video games tonight. He's definitely participating.
I am, sir. My city has increased by a population of 15,000 tonight.
Are you playing SimCity?
I'm playing City Skylines.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Cool.
It's SimCity, but more awesome.
No, impossible.
Possible, sir.
No, impossible. SimCity's the best fucking city simulator
City
in the
Skylines is the new best city simulator.
Deuces. This is how the British say "fuck you." By the way, this is how people. That's how they say it. And I'm saying that to you about
Yeah,
anything.
that's why their
other-
empire crumbled.
Wow. All right, Father, are you back?
Hot take.
I never left.
Everyone, we're gonna end the stream and go to the after party mode because I'm really drunk. Sorry, I apologize.
So,
Yeah.
what TOS episode are you doing tomorrow?
I actually know this. It's a private little war. Do you see how fucking good I knew that? Because I watched that episode so many times. I love it. I love it. What Nona wants, Nona fucking gets, and that's gonna happen tomorrow. Are you gonna be on, Fathery?
I will try to be. I'm actually pretty busy tomorrow. Getting ready
No.
for Vegas. But I
No.
think I can do it. I think I can make time for it.
Okay. Cool. All right,
Tell
cool.
Antonia. Antonia's right next to me. Tell her that you need me to be on the show.
Antonia, I need him, and whatever you want, message me on Facebook and become my friend, and I will give you whatever you want.
She thought that was pretty funny.
No, I'm legit serious.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Say that.
No.
Oh, look at that. He froze, I think.
Oh, he froze. Father, he froze. Whatever. Father, F that. But Antonia, my offer's
Probably for the
legit.
best.
I have like Ruben and Moni can vouch that my offer's legit.
No, you seem like a pretty honest guy when you're not totally smashed. So
Wow.
I can believe that.
All right. Anyways,
Most honest, totally smashed.
I am almost totally smashed. I still have this martini to drink. By the way, just tell Antonia to friend me. I'm down. We're down.
I'll tell her.
Probably like, yeah, right.
You see this map
Anyway.
behind me?
Yes. What is it? Here,
That's
let's
the
go
Republic of Texas.
Oh, wrong fathery. Why are there two fatheries on my fucking stream? Hold on. Show me the
Because
Republic
he's on
of
his
Texas
phone right
again.
now.
Fathery, I went to the Dallas Stockyards and it was amazing.
Oh, okay.
I met a hot cowboy and I'll just leave it at that.
And then this is the Texas Declaration of Independence behind me now.
Fathery's legit. Text track, bro.
And it's just a letter Y with a bunch of E's and then HAW. The whole page.
Audience, we're gonna try to read from Lord of the Rings tonight, but it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna end the stream soon. Marcelo, what do you have to
memory? I just want to say I know the whole script from memory.
What, Lord of the Rings?
Wait a minute. Whoa,
No,
wait a
just kidding.
second. Why is there two fathers and two? Okay, thank God.
Okay.
I was gonna.
So I will say to you, audience, Elor Bethnin Suvienen Omnitielvo, and I hope that all.
That was Urdu for.
No, that was Elvish. That was Elfish. That was also Sindarin, by the way. Wait, Moni, is that Sindarin or was that what was that one?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, I think it was Sindarin. I'm not sure. I can't remember anymore.
I think it was Romulan.
No, it could be Romulan. That's true. Anyways,
Jolan True.
Joe Landry. Oh my goodness. Anyways, see you later, bye, audience. We'll read next time because we're not in any shape to read.
Bye.
Go check out Text Track tonight. We talked about Lower Decks season 2 and what our top 3 hopes were for there. Fun conversation. Check it out. Marcelo, you can find him on the Red Wall, which is his podcast about his personal podcast, basically.
Yeah, about my life. Yeah, if you
About
ever
his
listen
life.
if you ever listen to that show, I can guarantee you'll learn much more about me, and you'll find out what makes me tick. I also have a podcast dedicated to J.J. Abrams called Radio 815. It's a great podcast, so go and listen to it there.
Ruben will one
check out the
day.
dog.
I don't know where PJ is, but go check out Botrek. He's doing the whole fucking Deep Space Nine as a watch along, and it's awesome. So go check that out. Moni has nothing. He's just a beautiful
Moni's
person.
got nothing.
He doesn't have a
He's a
YouTube.
baby.
He doesn't have anything that you can follow. But he's a beautiful
He just
person.
wanders the earth seeking
He
knowledge.
does. He's Iluvatar in my world, so whatever. He's a beautiful person. I love you, Moni. Anyways, and Ruben, you can check him out on ruben-writes.com. Most recently, he has an article with the composer for Loki. Did I get that right, Ruben?
Yep,
I'm
yep,
not
yep.
that drunk. You guys see
That'll
that? I'm not that drunk. I got all the facts. I got it all right. I'm so good. Anyways, check everyone out, and we'll try to read from Lord of the Rings in the future. Anyways, live long and prosper. Wrong hand. We'll see you then.